Hello. Welcome to Adventures in Aanthara session. I'm pretty sure 75. I could be wrong. I'm not positive. Megan's laughing at me. I don't know why. I'm concerned. Okay, no explanation. uh it technically I believe has been 2 weeks since we played, but for some reason it feels like 84 years as we've been talking about. We all met up in person and played a one shot last week live, but it wasn't Anthar related, mostly. So this recap is going to be interesting because I feel like I don't know when the last time we played this game is, and also I may or may not be sick, so my fog. I believe that this is what occurred previously on Adventures in Anthara. The Twilight Heralds had been hunting answers and clues and new paths of curiosity related to the ongoing events of Kathos, Anthara, Ilmara. That was not in order, but you get the point. Most recently, they had tracked down a necromancer woman, arcanist lady, named Elena Meridian, got a bunch of notes and study documents from her that she was attempting to abscond with, and then proceeded to research all of that stuff, finding a lot of interesting nuggets of lore, science, arcana, curiosities that mostly created questions, but some may be answered. And then after that, had a dinner by the request of Drycar Orion Marquez with he and his daughter, which proceeded over the course of conversation with the party to reveal quite a few things of very large impact and significance, including the fact that he was potentially previously connected with a subgroup of the Drykari, the Archesian Order, that was behind a lot of the shit that has been going on and is in the process of other shit that the party is somewhat parallel to. And also, to like 97% certainty at this point, revealed that possibly, he is Faye's birth father, or sperm donor, as the party is calling him. Then he left in a hurry after that was dropped. And the party, they made a loose deal of sorts to be his quote unquote back door. There's some things he needs to, or there's some things that need to be done specifically related to the ongoing activities of these subgroup of Drykari that he cannot be so forward facing and addressing, and the party is potentially going to pick up some of that mantle. Then he left. And in the aftermath of that, the party prepared to strike out on technically, I would say new endeavors, but really, it sounds like the thing they're directly headed towards is an old endeavor, which is to find and rescue some of the kids who had been kidnapped previously, months ago, that started this group's journey. And before leaving, the family of Faye Rosewood threw a adoption day party, because her adoption day, which they celebrate, is coming up this Sunday. It is currently Friday night. So there was a lovely party. All the Rosewoods were invited. The parents didn't make it, but all the and Dane didn't make it, but the two oldest brothers and Rafe, the oldest brothers' families, including certain sons of theirs who may or may not have established relationships with Brightwing. There were kisses involved. A lot of other fun stuff went down. And that is where we left off, with the Rosewoods leaving, the party preparing to sleep, and strike out the next day, I believe.
Yeah, I guess we never put a label on it, did we?
Nope, there's no label. So,
Oh boy.
any closing things this particular night before we reach Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need to make sure I have the spell prepared, because if not, then never mind. 1 second.
It's also not impossible that Brightwing sent a sending
Yeah.
or two.
I did, because I was talking to everybody, but I used up all the sendings to do that, to
Okay.
talk to all the brothers. To tell them about the
previously
party.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond's being very slow. Never mind. Oh wait, no, I do have it. I don't know if I should use it though. You know what the hell? I would like to cast Scrying by myself,
Okay.
and I would
Upon
like to
whomst?
cast it. It's probably not gonna work. But on the dry carb illusion.
Okay. What's the save?
The save is a 17 wisdom.
Okay. You set up your ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that similar fade across prismatic color and light and mist. And slip off the edges of vision. You feel your sight shielded away from the target.
Okay, it didn't work. I didn't think it would. It was worth a shot though.
Roll a d20 for me.
Ooh. I got a 10.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. I think she does that, and I think she was in a state of, like, puppy love kind of thing. And then I think from her corner of her window, she kind of saw Faye flying around. And she kind of remembered how she was feeling, and so she decided to just see if she could try and sneak a peek. Didn't work.
Okay.
So she's just gonna go back and, relive the moments of tonight.
Mm-hmm. Faye is having a bath, I believe, at this present moment.
Yeah. Came back. Naz was gone. Was there a note?
There was a note.
Something about, like, this is the last bath you're gonna get for a few weeks, so live it up, something like that.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah. What's up with this watch, Matt?
You asked that last game. Did I have you roll
Yeah,
for it?
but no, I don't think I did. I think I was like, I'll leave it, but maybe I'll come back out of the bathroom. I've been thinking about it. I'm just like, no.
Do it.
It's been very private. There's a lot to it. Is it just nice? Is there more to it than that?
What? I guess it's a. What are you doing to ascertain?
I guess I will just try to use the lens of identify on it because I don't have detect magic. So that'll tell me if it
Okay.
doesn't work, then that will answer both questions.
Okay.
You see a turnaround made by patron. Naz's patron.
Interesting.
It's really complicated, apparently.
Okay, hold on. Ooh, boy.
I think you just opened a can of worms, Megan.
Listen.
Are you DMing each other? The silence brought to you by mystery.
You're muted, Matt.
It's a bit complicated, so I'm trying to sort out how this works.
Megan always breaking the game.
Listen. Conversation was had beforehand.
It's
Permission to do this.
We talked about it in the car.
Mackerel.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh yes. He's probably gonna tell us to take our headphones off, except for Megan.
Okay, here's fuck.
We can redact this. I don't want. I'm
Nope.
not trying to make this a thing.
No,
Well,
make it a thing.
I wanted to know. I didn't realize
Make
it
it
was
a
gonna be all
thing.
this.
No going back.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm
You're
gonna
the
have
DM.
everyone but Megan and Brian remove their headphones, please.
Ooh, what a thought.
I'm in danger.
Okay. You use your lens to delve into the magical properties of this item. You are met with a barrage of information that is curious. First of all, the clock itself is magical. It's called a Wayfarer's clock, and it always shows the correct time, and unless it's on the on the plane besides material plane, in which case it becomes erratic and doesn't show the correct time. But if it's on the material plane, it will always show exactly the correct time. However, somewhere else within the magic of this item, there is it seems like a pocket or space of some kind that could be accessed through some sort of magical connection or attunement. However, it is beyond you can tell that it is beyond your ability or understanding. There is some key to the magic there that you don't have, and so you can't understand it fully. So it's like there is some veiled internal space to this thing, but to access it is beyond your ken or ability in any way. It's odd.
Okay.
There is, I'd say roll an Arcana check.
That's D12. Hold on.
Heck.
14.
Okay. You are somewhat familiar with magic items that can't be attuned by all types of people. It requires a certain bit of magical learning or expertise or proficiency. If this is like that, it's along those lines. It's not exactly the same. There's like more depth and mystery to this than that, but there's a similarity in it, in the inaccessibility of that portion of the item's magic properties. That's what you find.
Is it like is there a cover on the watch? Or is it just a watch face? Like a pocket watch? Or is it like one that flips closed?
Make an investigation check.
Yo!
I meant like, you know, like some watches have like the button on the top and the face springs off. Like that's all I wanted to know. Investigation.
You are poking around this thing, so.
That is a 28.
Damn!
So you would find that the face, as you would understand already from the identify spell, turns and allows you to essentially change time zones so that you can reference where you are. But hidden beneath that is a second type of lock. And when pressed in a certain way, which you do, the entire mechanism of the clock itself lifts up, and you see hidden behind what appears to be a small chamber filled with pillows and ribbons and a bed and a number of things strewn around the room that it seems to resemble.
Is it like an extra dimensional space? Like, is it this big?
It's itty bitty.
I think I would grab a piece of paper
Uh-huh.
and write a note on like a little sliver of paper and just roll it up and stick it inside and close it.
Okay. And you're going to send the note?
I'm just leaving it in there for her whenever it's
okay.
found.
All right.
So. Maybe,
Okay.
I don't know what I don't do it. Man. Yeah. Do I need to decide now what it says? Because it's going to be something.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it's not going to be found right now, so.
No.
Okay. Anything else from anyone else? All right. Long rested up then.
Get it.
And you awake on Saturday, the 22nd. What would you all like to do?
Are we leaving?
I think so. Do we have all of Elena's stuff?
I mean,
Like what she had with her
yes, you have all
Yeah.
that.
when she was casting the spell. She had chalk in her hand. Was there any of that left?
Yes.
Is it just chalk?
Uh,
It's got that sparkles in it.
it. I would say that you would find the littlest remnant, littlest tiny remnant of chalk and ink infused with precious gems
Mm.
from the one she was drawing that would not be enough to do anything, and then one backup set worth 50 gold.
Ooh.
Which would be sufficient for a casting of teleportation circle.
Curious.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brightwing comes downstairs and she's just like Ariel after she meets Eric, you know what I mean? She's just in that like in her own little world type of phase. She's touching a wall, she grows a flower, she has more flowers in her hair.
Let's
Today.
go.
She's just having a great time. And she sits down. She like passes his nose and grows a flower on your horn. Sits down.
Just kind of look at her and smile. No words.
As you start filtering in, Carlina, who has put out a breakfast spread to whoever's there. Will you all be leaving today then?
It seems so.
All right. Well, I've put together a bit of a travel bag. I hope that does you some good. Don't know how far you'll be going. And bustles off to the kitchen, bustles back with like a picnic basket of sorts, like little towel over the insides. You smell fresh baked bread, muffins, some bags of
Sandwiches?
tea,
Nice.
some like salami. What are these? What would those be called?
Logs.
Logs?
Sure, I don't think that's right, but we'll go with that.
It's a
Some
meat log,
salami
Matt.
logs. Yep. Some cheese, some hard cheese.
I'll take out anything like super perishable and put it in the chest of preserving.
Okay.
Yes.
If you have a chance to write or head speak or whatever it is, feel free. We'd, of course, love to stay abreast of what you're all doing, or just know you're safe.
It might be a while. I'm not sure yet. But I'll be in touch.
All right. Safe travels.
Thank you. And then, does everyone have everything? Any last minute bathroom stops or convenient store trips?
Think I'm good to go?
I have one more thing that I may need.
Mm-hmm. Give him his watch back.
Okay.
Definitely didn't do anything.
Are you hiding any suspect behavior?
Yes.
Okay, roll a deception check. You're gonna have to really botch this for it to matter, but I have to ask.
Oh
19.
no, Megan!
19? Okay, that's pretty bad, but still not low enough for Naz's passive insight to catch anything.
I would say Brightwing has a passive 19, so meets it, beats
yo!
it. But I think it's because Brightwing is currently not paying attention to that sort of stuff. I think she's like on Eclipse, and she's like currently like putting like braiding flowers into Eclipse's tail or something.
Oh my gosh, Eclipse, are you allowing this?
Yeah, I'm just vibing. I probably noticed it, and I'm like,
Every once in a while, you just hear Eclipse, ow.
yeah, it's very like tolerating, but
the
also
ones without thorns.
Mhm.
The ear is just.
Yep.
yeah, the airplane mode definitely kicks in at one point. It's just
Okay.
but she's having fun, so it's fine.
Okay. You guys set out.
Get the horses.
You know, go get the
Get
horses.
the horses. Get the wagon.
Oh, we're
the
truly
horses-
past speak with animals.
Okay. Hacking. Oh my gosh, it's been
Yep.
so long.
84 years.
Okay. You guys have Melody, Rhapsody, and Crater right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They look brilliant. Well-fed, plump but not overweight, just like sleek. They've been brushed every day by the rosewood. What is the person who takes care of horses, Megan?
A groom.
Groom. Are we headed back out again?
Mm-hmm. We are
Oh, good.
going south to a forest not in Kathos.
A forest? Is that like dirty and overgrown, or is it like a nice forest?
I have never been, so I cannot tell you, but I will make sure you're just as pristine as your groomers here have made you when we are
Okay,
done.
good, because this is the best I've looked in a long time, and
You
I
look
like to
really
keep it that
good.
way. Thank you.
You look very good. Is there
Do I
anything
look-
you need?
Do
for
I
me to
look really
say?
good too?
Oh, Crater, you look fantastic.
Okay, good. He sees Eclipse then as she walks in and clops over, head bumps a couple times, very excited.
Have you
Mutual head bumps.
Mhm.
have you any of you seen Edgeworth?
No.
Oh no.
You would know that the stables are on one side in the front of the main estate, and Edgeworth
okay.
has been pool
In the back?
bathing in the back, yes, for
Okay.
most of the last week.
And then I guess I'll help. That was Texas. I guess I'll help. Them get the horses all hitched up while
Okay.
and talk with Melanie, Rhapsody, and Quayin.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything with Edgeworth? You're just gonna let him vibe.
I think he's happier here than he would ever be on the road again.
I mean, we definitely need to tell him. I think he'll be a little
We could
upset
try to
if
give
we
it a
just
very hard
leave
sell.
him.
We could say, hey, you could have all this pool or an apple bucket. Which would you prefer?
I mean, yes.
We could see if he has a preference, if he'd like
I
to.
guess I'll go
come up
find
with-
him.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Oh boy.
This plant can't escape me, apparently. It's a 18.
Okay. You find him for once not in a pool, but instead like he's made a little bed of soil in one of the planters, and it's like got a little head spot, and he's just like,
Edgeworth?
"Oh, I'm Rob. Yes. Is there danger afoot?"
No, everything is perfectly fine. We're gonna be heading out for a bit. Do you just want to stay here, honestly, and just relax? It's been a rough couple of weeks for you.
Will you all be safe if I'm not there? Seems I would be
well-
shirking my duties.
Honestly, you know what would be great? If you could defend the house.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage. On
'Cause there's a
account of
pool.
Pandering.
yes.
There's infinite
On
water.
account of it's not hard to convince him of this.
Fuck! A 9?
Yes!
Fuck.
Well, it seems rather safe in here. I don't know how much they need a guardian. Are you planning to get into danger? Seems common for you.
A little bit, but...
You're sure you don't need me then?
I would love to have you come with
Holds
us.
up his
But also,
shivs.
you could learn some more things here for writing and things like that to impress Remy when we come back. So there's that too.
They have tutors here.
I can ask specifically if that's okay. They'd be very good at it. I'm not very good at teaching you that.
If I am provided with a tutor, and I can keep this spot, and also that pool, and
Okay.
that pool as well,
Okay. I pull out a paper and I'm actively writing down his conditions.
and if you all swear not to die on the road, because I would be... Well, it would not reflect well on my character.
I'm sure Remy would not hold
Good
it against
point.
you and believes that you are doing an incredible job regardless. So, I'm gonna write this down. I will get back to you. I will be right back, okay?
Understood.
Perfect. I'm gonna go find Carlina.
Okay.
There's a shrub out here that needs to learn his ABCs.
Right. It's been a crazy few days. And I'm really sorry to ask this of you. And I'm sure you've noticed him. But there is a sentient plant that we brought with us that I've been teaching him how to write, and he actually does pretty well. I know I'm losing you. I'm sorry. This is a lot to ask.
I was trying to figure out whether to prune him, but teaching him to write is not.
I mean, you can ask him if he wants that. He probably, just yeah, we took him last time and he got pretty banged up. I really don't want anything to happen to him. He's kind of important. So, he's also pretty good at protecting from small creatures, so there's that too, if you run into a problem. But if you could just let him have, and I'll give her the list of, like, which pool it is, which all this bullshit and everything, and then also just humor him. If he's not too much trouble. He's very
We have-
self-sufficient.
been having a bit of a problem with gophers lately. I wonder if
He would love to handle that problem for you, I'm sure. Just let him know.
Interesting. And does he have a name?
His name is Edgeworth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Edgeworth the shrub. Teach him words.
Just let him
and-
practice writing. If you can tutor him on anything, whatever you want to
Got it.
do. But if fighting off gophers is his payment, I absolutely think you should try that out. That's a great idea.
I must say, the Rosewoods are a unique bunch, but this might be the oddest request I've ever had.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
no.
do not
it
mean
should
to
be
leave
quite
him with
interesting. Things get rather dull around here when there's no Rosewoods in the house, so this could be a bit of a bright spot. Thank you.
Perfect. If
will
anything
do what I
happens
can.
with him when we check in, I'll have them ask. Just to.
Wonderful.
Cool.
We're gonna
Thank
come
you
back
so
and
much.
Edgeworth is gonna have a degree.
Don't do
All right.
this to me.
Carlina scuttles off to put together a lesson plan for Edgeworth.
All right.
His
We did
major
it,
is
guys.
communications.
Yep.
His
Yeah.
major is law. Anyways,
Law. It's law.
Oh my God.
Don't make me contact our lawyer.
Honestly, I would die. Don't do this.
He's
Objection.
experienced in lawn.
Mm,
Boo.
B minus. B minus.
Oh my God. Anyways, all right, cool. I don't have to worry about my shrub present. Cool. I just
Okay.
don't want him to fucking die on the road again, man. That sucks.
Listen, there's a lot of opportunities for such things.
We almost lost the horses. I can't handle this right now.
On this episode of Lawn and Gopher.
Yes.
Okay. Better. B plus. B plus.
That's the one shots that we're gonna have.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
Edgeworth
dun.
versus the Gophers.
Yes.
Oh my
my God.
Yo.
Are we the Gophers and Edgeworth is the boss?
Yo.
I think Lawn and
Mm.
Gophers needs to be the other spin-off miniseries.
It's
Yeah.
locked
So
in.
that's
It'll
It's,
happen.
it's Hey Heist, Lawn and Gophers, and it's
Yep.
just a trial with one in
Yeah.
D&D shop.
there's just suddenly more sentient plants, but they're not even sentient. They're just the shrubbery.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Where
Um,
were you on the night of...
All right.
Where were you when the petunias got eaten up?
You reconvene with the group.
You can't handle the
Yes.
truth.
in safe hands, getting tutored. Carlina says it'll be a great time. So he's good. He's staying. We're fine. He might get to fight gophers. I want to hear how that turns out, but we'll just. It's fine.
I'm gonna pull up the paint real quick.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Okay.
I have non-magical chalk. So I am going to make like a little chalkboard about this big with a little
Mhm.
eave over the front with my paints.
Mm-hmm.
And make a little string with the
for
chalk
him to practice.
for him to keep a tally of how many gophers he takes out.
Let's go.
My God.
And I'm gonna set it
Mm.
under one of the. I'm gonna I'll show him, and I'll set it under like with a little stake in the bottom. So it's only like the size of a
Mm-hmm.
like a little half sheet. And stake it in there and show him. And be like, if this isn't full by the time we get back, we may have to work out a different kind of recompense for your education here. But I have full faith in you.
The only chance that will not be full is if it runs out of gophers.
Mm.
And he salutes with his shiv.
Godspeed.
Matt's gonna have to roll for gophers like every other day.
Mhm.
Correct.
Don't kill them too fast or you'll run out of gophers.
Oh my God.
All right. Edgeworth is set on his mission.
Incredible. How much paint does that use, Matt?
Like a square foot.
Okay.
Anything else? Any other shenaniganery?
I am sunglasses and parasol and posted up in the back of the wagon.
Let's go. Okay. You guys leave the Rosewood estate behind for the first time in a decent number of days. Certainly given how much you've been moving lately. Take the cart down to the skylifts and take one of the skylifts down to the Dawn Burrows and then begin to wind your way out of Ilmara. Hood up. What do you look like?
I'm Sandy.
Okay, still Sandy.
Of course I'm Sandy. I got continuity.
It's true.
Come on.
She's
Mhm.
Sandy.
I'm
Okay.
Sandy.
And you guys leave Ilmara and strike out on the road.
I
southeast.
think there's just like this big like breath of fresh air for Brightwing no longer being in a city. She's just in an even better mood than she already was. She's no longer in a city.
Conversely, as we leave, Sam sort of like sucks in her breath as she tries not to look back.
Oh, Faye definitely looks back.
You in your attempts to not look back, look ahead to what would be the rising sun in the east and the path towards Sildari, which is one you're familiar with. You guys are headed towards Hawkholm, I assume, unless you're trying to make any kind of unique paths.
Do we have a map?
Yes, I believe you do.
Yeah.
Someone at some point acquired a full map of all of, which is why
Of the whole
everyone
continent,
has
right?
access to it. Yes.
Yeah, didn't I get one? I think that was me.
Yes,
I
I
thought
think
it
it
was
was
you.
you. I can't honestly remember where you got it, but I'm pretty sure you got it.
I think it was
Yep.
up in Stafeld. Oh yeah, there is a straight road to Hawkholm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Rose
Yeah,
would be
I think
safer.
the thought was if they went a different way through because of the magic.
Mhm.
I don't think we
Mm,
planned on it. Also, the other thing was Sam was gonna sneak through a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I
over the
could
wall or
try
something.
and. Well, I don't think it'd be good to scry on them now. But that's an option. I could scry on them.
How difficult would it be to try to write in the back of the cart?
It depends on what you're trying to write. You could it's gonna be a little bumpier than your average car, but not as much speed.
Okay. I want to
But the
work on
roads
my.
obviously aren't as nice.
It's just so much downtime. I want to see if I could get any scroll work done.
Yes, you could get scroll work done. The penmanship of scroll work doesn't have to be incredible for the magic to work.
Okay.
So that's something you can do as long as you were careful about it. I would say it would probably take you, we'll say like
Could I roll a sleight of hand check and see how well I do?
sure, do that.
Because I also don't want to bung it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's super cocked. Oh my god. It's a dirty 20.
Okay. I will say it's a little slower going, but not even really enough to make a mechanical difference. So you can just track your hours as normal. And you guys start heading east. I need travel rolls, which we haven't done in quite a while. So I need a survival roll and Brightwing. I think you had the highest survival before.
Mm-hmm.
What is it now?
A +9.
Okay, so that's gone up for the group. Charisma is still 5. Constitution has probably gone up. Eclipse? Nas? Who has the highest Constitution score? 1. Okay, not
like
Nas.
the score itself?
The
Or
modifier, technically.
plus
Yeah.
4.
Yo! Okay, that's gone way up. Okay. Goodness gracious. So I need a survival roll +9, a charisma roll +5, a con roll +4, and then someone to roll a d20.
Do the random one.
Okay.
All right.
7.
I'll do survival.
7.
23.
Yo.
With the charisma?
Which?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that charisma? Okay.
15.
I just figured.
I guess I'll do con.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Okay. You guys make very solid time as you start heading eastward. The road is relatively clear. Exiting the city, you found there wasn't as much in and out bustling traffic as there was when you arrived. And you can relatively quickly get the sense that this is there's a little more lockdown, not necessarily like formal, but just people aren't moving around and out and about across the countryside as much given the tensions. But day's travel is solid, breezy. You see a whole lot of Ilmarian plains. Every once in a while, you'll catch a group of Cathian bison somewhere in the distance. Anything you guys want to do over the course of the day?
If people have like spare clothes, I just start gathering them and start mending any seams back together, any tears from all the shit that's happened last week.
Okay.
I'll do the same if there's just people have lackluster equipment that's beginning to wear. Start cleaning stuff up.
Okay.
Hand you the rapier that I've used twice.
Yeah. No more scratches.
Let's see. Can I do this and pull a Brian? Ooh, I think I can.
Yo.
Tee-hee! Okay. We got a little traveling cart. Let's see, you guys.
Wait, there's a traveling cart?
Yeah, there's a little card on the map now.
Oh, that's
It's happening.
cute.
For
It's
Substrata, I
nice.
show them how far they are and where they are.
That's super
It's just
cute.
Delphine's face, though.
Yeah.
We need to get a little token for the wagon.
Mhm.
Actually, it would be.
Oh, we make good time.
Not quite.
We're in a whole cart. We're speeding.
Okay. Nothing else over the course of the day?
Matt, that's only 10 feet.
True!
Mm. I'm just looking at, I know I bought more stuff for more spell scrolls. I was just looking at the rules for the levels of spells. 6 work days. So how is it 8 hours in a workday?
Yes. Of dedicated time.
So I'll be finished with this one after 7 hours tomorrow.
Okay. Have you finished any yet?
No, this is the same freaking one that I've been working on this whole
Okay.
time.
Got it. Okay.
It's a 4th level.
Mm-hmm. All right. Eventually, you guys reach sundown and evening. Of somebody roll a survival check for me.
$24.
Okay. Are able to find. There are various hills around across the course of this countryside, and some of them create little pockets that are sheltered from wind and other weather, perhaps bits of trees here and there.
Can I cast Druidcraft to look at the forecast for the night?
Yes, you can. Relatively sunny, a little bit of clouds, which is what you see now, but nothing.
No
else
rain
about it.
tonight. Will be
No.
good. Okay, cool.
Okay. Set up camp. All right. Anything you want to do camp-wise?
I'll head over to Eclipse. So while we're settling down, probably eating dinner, I'll pull the comic out that she gave me. I don't know if I have much need for it anymore. I kind of reread it many times, but it was nice. It was good. I don't know how much I retained, but it's cute.
Yeah, it's just a nice break.
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
And I apologize for any creases that I put on it.
The books are meant to be read.
Okay.
She looks very nonchalant about it. Thanks.
Yeah. How are you feeling about everything? About leaving?
I mean, we got stuff to do. I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of... At this point, I'm just rolling with it. A lot of this is way over my head.
I'm glad you're here for the ride.
Honestly, me too. Helps keep my mind off things.
Yeah. Staying moving really helps. Just kind of getting stir crazy. Back at the manor, so.
Yeah, I'll need to check in at some point. Probably tonight. We'll see.
And I was thinking that, if we're gonna be out fighting again, that maybe we should get some practice in.
Okay.
Just whenever. We have a long journey.
Sure. I guess we have been cooped up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm done.
Cool. I'll let you resume your dinner. Let me to intrude.
That's never a problem. I think you'll catch her hanging out with Crater more than she was last time. So. That's right, Sam wasn't there for that.
I haven't met these
No.
horses.
The Bach.
I don't know who these horses belong to.
Yeah, she's probably sitting with Crater right now, which you haven't really seen her do before, because they weren't there last time.
Mhm.
And he'll probably bump her or something, and she's like, don't mind him. He's
He seems to have some tude.
relatively harmless.
Is he yours?
Yeah, he's been mine for a long time, and she'll kind of
Oh.
butt heads with him. We ran into a really big scuffle on the way to Ilmara, and I almost lost him. So
Oh.
I'm I really don't want that to happen again.
He like nibbles at the hair on top of her head, and it becomes a little bit of a like, wet alfalfa mess.
He's sturdy though. He did really good. I'll just pat him again.
Oh, hold my hand out, like just the back of my hand towards him. Not threateningly.
Roll an animal handling check.
I'm
Oh,
so
would you?
good at these!
This is the way of the heralds.
Oh, natural 19 for 18.
Yo!
Hey! Okay.
He
The little lip thing.
Yep.
Me too. God, it's so
and then
funny.
gives it a lick.
Give him a little
It goes
nuzzle,
back to-
little nuzzle rubs.
Okay. He seems to be friendly to you.
Oh, thank God. Okay. You guys have had to make some crazy concoction to get that to work.
Oh.
Roll an insight check, Eclipse.
Oh. The dirty 20?
Okay. Some of it certainly could be just Sam's demeanor or personality, but even when people make a decently good impression on Crater, there's usually like an initial, whoa, what is this new person? And then like he'll calm down a little bit if they make a good impression. He seems to have more ease meeting Sam, and you get the sense that perhaps over the course of this journey and being at the Rosewood Estate, he's growing a little bit in his willingness to deal with all different people.
Oh my god, he's socializing. What the? I'm not even mad. I'm just confused. Well, that's good.
Still sassy and craterish, but
Is Nas nearby, and does he seem still standoffish about anything?
yes, always he is giving side-eyed to Nas.
He feeds you. Like, you're just gonna... He feeds you better than I do.
I bribe him.
Mm.
That's, you know, that's...
He knows it's a bribe, though.
Well, that's good. That's one less person to confront. But yeah, if you're in danger, he'll help. He's really good for it.
You'll protect me, right, Critter? I'll take that as a yes.
But yeah, I'll just chill with him.
I'll go back to my thing.
Okay.
I think Faye's gonna have a eureka moment and put the old scroll away and work like at least an hour or two on a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Leah's
And like
making faces.
it gets to be like 8 p.m. and she realizes she's still wearing the sunglasses.
True.
It's like, oh, fine. I'm just kidding.
Why is
Let's
it
do
so
it.
dark?
I don't think that's very good for your eyes, Faye.
Who wears sunglasses at night?
Mm.
I can see in the dark. Oh, does this affect my dark vision?
Yo!
Interesting question.
A little bit, but you can still see pretty decently well. It's just
Okay.
like it's closer to midnight than dusk.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. You guys set up for the night, and Brightwing is on first watch.
After I'm sure most people have gone to bed,
Mhm.
I'm gonna send to Vanna.
Yo! Sable's in here!
She's here.
Someone unmute Sable! Hey, I can help count because I don't
You
have
can
to
count
listen to
too.
Leave and rejoin. Leave and rejoin. Speak.
Nope, she's still muted. She might have herself
What?
muted now. You have yourself
Speak.
muted? Spooble! Yeah.
Hello?
there we
There it is.
go. Okay.
Hello?
Everybody.
Hello.
Oh no.
Vanna. I don't know how to say this. I think I like someone. And we kissed. And I never done that before. But I left.
Are these all words?
She's
No, this
driving
is
a
the
cart right
this
now,
is the
guys.
grandfather clock in the
Your turn,
background
Signal.
of wherever Fauna is.
I was literally meditating in the swamp with the frogs. What? I scared them. I screamed so loud. What?
5 left.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Who are
But
you talking to?
I'll send again. I'll send again. But we
Okay.
left.
Wait. What? But we left?
But we left.
Okay.
I don't know when we're going to see each other again. Now I feel really bad. And like, he's very different from me, so I don't know.
Nope.
And like he's very
Yep.
ended there.
Love is a tricky thing. People are different, but we are like magnets. I don't think that different is so bad.
Or left.
Your heart will know.
That is good advice. I miss you very much, my friend.
Wait, is this another sending, or are you saying this to the void?
Yes! It's a sending.
Okay.
All three.
He is a painter and painted a portrait of me. It was very beautiful.
Well, I have to admit he has excellent taste. I think you are most likely the most beautiful painting subject I could picture.
One left.
Hawati.
And it's just like this. I think I saw my sending. I mean, I could upcast it. He was 4th level. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks, Sable.
Thanks,
Of
Sable.
course!
Thanks,
DM
Sable.
inspiration for you if Vana ever returns.
Let's
Oh,
go!
it's called heroic inspiration now, but technically we haven't changed the rules yet.
Let's go.
Okay, roll a perception check, Brightwing.
26.
26. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You hear and feel every bit of the wind that rustles over this large, long, flat plain across the grains through the hills. See a couple owls and hear a couple whoos, but otherwise peaceful. Who do you wake?
I will wake. Roll for it. Sam.
Sick.
I'll let you awake.
What?
Are you alright to go and watch now?
Yeah. Pull out my thing of bottled coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Before I go to sleep, I can scry on them before I go, if it's something you would want.
It is okay. We just did it. I hope nothing has happened since then, but
Don't think so.
we do it tomorrow.
Sam,
Mm-hmm.
I know your relationship with your husband is very complicated,
Mm-hmm.
but when did you know?
Oh my god. We knew each other for a long, long time before we became like that. I went about it much differently than you did. I mean, it was just... You showed me an act of kindness that I never knew. At least for a long time up until that point, and it just clicked, I guess.
It just clicked.
Mm-hmm. Love is hard to describe.
I feel something. But I don't know if it's what you're supposed to feel.
You'll know. If it feels right, despite it not being what you expect, then it's good.
Okay. Have a good watch, think, for the advice.
Of course. Sort of like gently just brush her hair behind her ears. Send her off. I take my watch.
Roll a perception check. I was muted when I said it the first time.
Yes, you were.
Tee.
Tee. Perception 16.
Okay. Anything you want to do over the course of your watch?
Hmm. Thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Take out a scrap of sending paper.
Okay. How much of those do you have?
Two,
Okay.
like little bits.
Okay.
And I'll send a letter to read.
Ooh, okay.
And I'll just ask, what do you believe? Signed Mina. Amine. And then send it.
Okay.
And that'll be all.
Okay. Your watch ends. Who do you wake up?
I'll wake up Faye.
Okay.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
Are we in the hammock?
I assume so, yes.
Oh boy.
Was it 2?
Oh gosh.
It's canon now. I have to roll the fall.
Immediate whoop 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 and onto the ground.
Who else is in the hammock? Because that's even better. Like,
I don't know, but Megan Faye is always on the bottom for this reason.
Canonically.
oh, okay. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, and like hit every branch on the way down.
Land on a rock. Ugh.
Ugh.
Your turn. Hand you the bottle of bottomless coffee.
Is it like crisscross applesauce?
Mm-hmm.
like up on the seat of the cart or something. Man. I think the existential crisis kicks back in a little bit.
Okay.
I think she'll like pull out the flute. It's a little quieter and just like play something awful. Just bad. Like tries to go somewhere with it and it's not, the melody isn't there. Like the horses are flipping around, like flipping their ears at her and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that bad.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Mm. 15.
Okay. And a perception check.
Yeah. I think that's probably. I think that's a 9. Yes.
Okay. You do not make heads or tails of any interesting or odd things, and eventually dawn arrives.
Is it like everyone's awake now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we only have a 6-hour because of my thing.
Yeah.
You all wake up for day 2 of the journey. Set out. Unless anyone has anything else. Make some rolls.
Do we cover more ground that way?
What way?
Because we're only getting 6 hours of sleep, so we technically have 2 extra hours of travel.
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
Bless you.
I'll do con.
Okay.
I'll do random.
Okay.
I'll do charisma.
23.
What's our charisma?
Damn. Okay.
What's a charisma mod?
+5.
Awesome. Natural 1. Let's go.
Yo.
Our morale is at an all-time low.
You got a 16 for the rando?
all of the flute. Did anyone else hear the flute while we were sleeping?
The what?
No.
Oh.
It's really weird. It's like, even though it was so loud, I could still like hear it through everything going on in there. That's weird. Maybe it was just me.
Survival check from someone.
I thought Leah did that. She said random. I don't know.
She rolled a random.
What's survival? Hey, yeah. Bye, dice. I wish I had known that. Anyway.
With a +9.
With a plus what?
9.
23.
Nice. Okay. Well, those 2 good rolls definitely help make up for the natural 1. Quite well,
we
actually.
can make good time, just be really upset about it.
Yeah.
True. A little bit of the we're really out here back on the road after all the comfort of living in the Rosewood estate. The first night having to sleep in the hammocks again after sleeping in incredibly plush beds maybe kicks in a little bit.
I'd kill for a pillow.
But you guys still make quite good time. Skadoosh. Yeet. Almost halfway there.
Use the primer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want my cat back.
Yo! Okay.
Dingus.
My Nikki cat.
You little dingus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Easily done.
I think when we eventually get to camp, Eclipse will ask someone to check in on the Four Noirs, like Luna or Celeste or somebody,
Okay.
just to see what's going on.
Do you have a preference?
Probably Luna. Just to not cause a problem or get anybody frightened about it. Just
Right. Anything specific or just to check in?
If everything's okay, if it's more than 25 words, and if things are still kosher, yeah.
Cast sending.
Okay.
Just checking in on behalf of Eclipse. Hopefully everything is still going smoothly for you. How's your dad? And your mom? And you? 25 words.
25 is hyphened, it works.
Yeah, it's hyphenated.
True.
It's the number 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few seconds go by. Dad's pretty good, all things considered. Mom's loving having him at home, and I'm bored as hell. Eclipse's job sucks. Hope y'all are okay.
Dad's good, mom's happy, Luna's bored. I'd say that's all positive.
Honestly, I'd rather that. I'll make it up to her. Send her out with you guys one time.
I don't know. I think we'd scare her off.
Where you guys end up this evening, you find shortly after dusk another one of these well sort of protected little nooks off the road surrounded by hills. And upon arriving in this one, note that there appear to be almost these naturally eroded rock walls that form a structured area in the base of the hills, kind of like an L in one corner. And it appears, you can quickly note from several signs, that this is a area that's been camped in before. There's like bits and pieces of camping gear that's been left behind. The very old, unused for probably, you would guess, weeks, remnants of like a fire pit. You notice these rock walls. You notice a bunch of somewhat curious holes in them that almost seem like they've been bored or maybe eroded by small bits of water dripping or moving. And quite a bit of what looks like miscreant vandalism, like people scratching things or painting things onto walls. Nonsensical, somewhat rude. It just seems like the kind of place that people stop often and leave their mark. There's a few of the X and X were here type stuff. But you guys set up camp.
There's definitely a little dick somewhere.
Yes, there's at least a little and a big and a medium dick.
Anything interesting?
Oh yeah, that's true.
On the
Roll an
walls,
investigation
in
check.
the holes, in the bags.
All kind of guidance.
Thank
Okay.
you. What the fuck, Dice? You're getting jailed. Investigation 19.
Oh gosh, the horror.
17.
Okay.
It was a natural 3. That's so low.
Nothing of particularly significant interest. There might be a few drawings that you find amusing. No names you recognize or anything like that. It largely just seems like some hoodlum kids.
Anything useful in any of the leftover supplies that have piled up?
No. Anything that's like there's probably a bit of a tent left, but it's all worn away. It doesn't look like anyone's been here in the last probably few weeks.
Got it.
Bits of broken lumber, half of a wheel of a cart. What is that?
I didn't write anything. I made a little thingy out of my cough drop holder.
Oh my gosh.
Cough drop wrapper.
You made that out of a cough drop wrapper?
It's a little fortune teller.
You can make
I
those
didn't write-
really, really small. if
Oh,
you-
yeah.
Apparently.
This is not good paper
Yeah.
for it. This is probably about as
Can
small as I could do
predict
with
your
a
fortune.
wrapper.
Yeah.
Balls.
They
Sam,
say some things.
Yes.
you are making investigations of what is scrawled across these walls and noting the random nonsense everywhere. But your passive investigation catches, at one point, what seems to be an unnatural seam in one of them.
Is it a door? I'm looking for a latch. I'm looking for anything.
Okay. Carrying over your investigation check, you do not find a latch. You do not find a handle. It does not shift when you push on it. Your fingers don't fit in the crack. It's very hard to notice. While you're doing this, Brightwing, Eclipse, from a passive perception standpoint, and Sam, and also Faye for a different reason. Sorry, Nas. You begin to pick up, as wind blows through this little nook, or this little campground, the whistling of wind through those holes in the rocks is making a oddly specific, structured, harmonized melody.
Ooh.
Faye, you pick it up because you are Faye, and it's like, oh, that kind of sounds like, Boatsart's third.
Boatsart?
Was that
Oh,
the
the-
whistling? Oh, look at Sam. Is that what you
Wow.
I'm not playing the flute, but the wall is playing the flute.
Can I pull out the lute and elaborate on the melody? And, play along with it?
Sure.
I'm gonna poke some of the holes.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
see
do
if
the same
I can
thing, to,
change
like-
the tune.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, you stick your finger in some holes?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold
Okay.
one and then hold another one and see if the pitch changes or anything.
It does. You have to wait a few moments at various times because there has to be a big enough gust. But on these planes, there's a good amount of wind, and it will come through within 20, 30, 60 seconds. And you sort of wait with your finger in a couple holes, and then it comes through, and that melody plays and is. You probably just notice it's a little different.
Yeah.
Faye, you would definitely notice it's off. Like it's discordant
Out
a
of
little bit. More.
tune.
It seems like these are designed to make a particular melodic sound. Set of chords almost. And currently Eclipse is ruining one of the chords.
Well, I'm just trying to find when it changes lower or higher is mostly
Mhm.
the ones I'm looking for.
You added a.
Faye, you play along with the standard
A
melody.
minor 7 to it.
Yeah, and just man, might switch to the flute and play the notes that Eclipse covers.
Okay.
Like silently, like very quietly to myself.
Yep.
But
You sort of start to play along. You start to pick up the structure of it.
is it
and
just a melody or is it like
you
The
chords?
harmony.
Yeah, is
What
it like
you-
it has to be like in terms
Roll-
of melody wise?
I will say roll a. I'm going to say this is a performance check, even though you're not doing the performing, but as a recognition of performance that comes with that proficiency.
Is that a minor or a major chord?
Hmm,
I hope it's a major. If it was minor, it'd be terrifying in this cavern.
True.
23.
Okay. It sounds like there are essentially 4 main notes that play in like a whirring succession and form a singular chord.
Is it missing something, or would I know? Like-
No,
Okay.
it does not seem like it's missing something. It seems like, in fact, when Eclipse plugs 1 or 2, it throws one of the notes off, and then the chord is wrong. But when the wind blows through naturally, it sort of and it is like a guitar strum where you play through the notes and the chord comes out at the end. The wind moves through and the chord comes out at the end.
Is it match like with any specific song? Like is it like a very recognizable beginning to any song? Like the G note in Black Parade?
No,
like
it
you
is
know
not the
it.
G note in Black Parade. It just sounds like I will
Just a-
say an A chord.
That's a bright chord.
It is bright. Thank you.
Nice, thank
Wait.
you.
That's literally what I was playing before you even said
Is
it.
there something you can add
It subconsciously
to make
went into
a
my head.
C? Like, isn't there something you change to change an A to a C?
Yeah. So a C chord is this, but you have to go up the C a half step and then go
Right.
down because it's
But I
the
know
same
there's,
notes.
there's like sharps and
Yeah.
flats to it that you would have
you would
to
have to
change
sharp.
an A
It's
to
a C. Yeah, it's a C sharp.
Do you want to try that?
Oh, Brightwing wouldn't know that.
Oh,
No, right, we would not know.
They
that.
would.
Faye would.
can I locate? Oh God.
That's why I'm messing around
Is
with
it
the wall.
is it trial
like,
and error? Like, can we figure out
Yeah.
through like over the course of 15 or 20 minutes which holes are causing which tone?
Yeah, that's
And,
kind
like-
of what I was trying to do. Is either kick it up or kick it down, depending on which one. Because I'm looking for the lower high of it. I'm not looking for the sound of it because I can't find that.
Roll.
the
I will
puzzle.
say roll.
With phase guidance, obviously. Because like I'm just messing with it so she can find it.
Honestly, she's probably standing in the middle with her eyes closed.
She's
Yeah.
orchestrating.
Yeah.
I will say roll a. Just make an intelligence check with your proficiency modifier.
Me or Faye?
Faye. You're like her instrument, but she's dictating
Yeah, I'm
what's happening.
waiting for her to like
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
me.
What's our proficiency? Is it
I
3?
realized my joke was missed because I muted. To turn an A into a C, use drugs and sleepless nights.
I don't know.
I was gonna say puberty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I just figured that would make some
16.
sense, but
16? Okay. You can find a series of holes that changes things enough that it comes out as a different sounding chord.
Hmm.
More like a C.
but nothing happens.
No. You wait for the wind to blow through on that note, and nothing changes.
I wonder if it's just meant to be pretty. Or if there's something to it. I wonder if is the wind always coming from the same direction with the way the cavern is shaped?
Yes, it blows over a particular area of hill, right now at least, and hits in a certain area or a certain order.
Some art doesn't have meaning.
Leah's just playing a whole song now.
Did you find something, Sam?
Oh, like amongst the scratches and whatever.
Yeah.
No, just I counted all the dicks. There are 8 currently.
Oh, was that seam one of the... Whatever Sam found, was that one of the thingies?
What thingies?
The seam.
One of the
the holes. Or is it just or is it like...
No, it does not seem like one of the holes. It seems like a large seam. Like
it's a wall.
Like it could, yes.
Can I look through one of the holes?
They're not, they don't go
they're not-
in. They're like cut
Oh, they're piped
sideways.
through. Yeah.
Yes, kind of.
Hmm. Oh, if it is a door, I have no idea how to get it open.
They might have something, but I don't think it's going. I mean, it would ruin the very big, nice music. But
I don't want to ruin the music.
I don't want to ruin the very nice music. But
Can I just give it a knock? See if
Please
there's
don't
anybody
stop the
on other side?
music.
I could literally just change the stone to see if there is a way. But I feel like that is cheating, and we need to figure it out.
I mean, can you do it on a different side and go through?
On the other side, yeah, I could do that.
If
The
you
other side that
walk
doesn't
around.
ruin it.
Maybe there's
Unless this
just
is
like
the
a...
only rock.
Well, have we just tried to play what the chord is playing? Someone needs to sing one note and then go down the line and just make the full chord. We haven't tried that yet. We just played one note at a time. But this is a full chord.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave Fate to give out notes because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said earlier.
Yeah. That's
Um,
what we tried earlier.
Did we all sing?
No,
Alright,
she
well, here.
played it on her flute earlier to try and match it. Nothing happened.
I will find the chord on the lute,
Hmm.
and then I will hand the lute to Brightwing,
Okay.
and I will put your fingers on the chords.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. And I will let you strum, and then I'll find it on the flute,
Hmm.
and I will hand it to Sam and put her fingers there.
This is very broken.
Uh-huh. And then I'll sing along with the same time.
That's how you conduct?
Okay. I
One,
will
two,
say, I will say make 3 performances checks, but you make all 3 because
Okay.
you're setting them up to do this.
Oh God. Okay.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Here's Wonderwall. Wonderwall.
Hey yo.
Winterwall.
Performance.
Is there an
Brightwing
A
just cast
chord in
Windwall on
Wonderwall?
Well, Brightwing gets a.
There is an A in Wonderwall. Let's
Guys,
go.
why didn't we cast Windwall on the wall yet? Like, what's happening?
I can. It's always prepared. I can do that.
A
Brightwing's a
23
what?
for Brightwing.
Okay.
Nice.
Well done, Brightwing.
Yeah.
Sam's is a 24. And
Nice.
Say got an 18 plus 9.
Nice.
Jeez. 27,
27.
24, and 23. Okay, and when do you play this?
As the wind goes through.
Okay. Another
then
gut.
have
You
a
wait.
thing
You
in it.
wait. Everybody waits. on their instrument. Faye's got her fingers in the air. The wind comes through, whistles through, and each of you bring or to and or whatever Faye's thing would be. And there is all the music sort of resonates and rings into the surrounding area, echoes for a bit, and then seems to resonate a little longer, like it's holding. And then there's a
It worked.
and you see the stone door shift in and slide to the side.
Oh,
And you see a small passageway leading down into darkness. And that's where we'll take our break. All right. We will pick back in. Pick back in. Pick back up. Drop back in. As this door slides open, what would you all like to do?
I would like to go inside immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Title?
I'm gonna.
I'll cast light and then go inside on
Faye
on a
cast
copper
light.
piece and huck it down the hallway.
Okay.
Okay, so
Everyone
we have
else?
horses again, guys. We have. Fuck. I'll wait here and see how far they leave,
Okay.
because I don't want to leave everything out here unattended.
Okay.
Stuff.
All right, you're standing
Yeah.
guard at the door. All right.
Yep.
The
Rest
bouncer
you?
to our club. I'm going in.
Everybody else
Okay.
going in? Okay.
I'll stay.
Okay. 2 out front. Brightwing?
I'll go in. So it'll
Okay.
definitely look like between the groups.
Okay.
Slowly going.
You head down this little stairwell. It appears to be just cut into hard dirt. Very clearly, like the campsite outside, has been in disuse for a long time. There are cobwebs through this bit of tunnel as you descend, and then maybe 15 feet down, and then another 15 feet of sort of sandy, not that well cut tunnel. It opens up into what appears to be a small underground storage room of some kind. You see chests, a table or two, what appear to be a few random bits of cots, a bookshelf with books on it, and some scrolls as well. It looks like this was maybe once used as a small cache for something and has since been forgotten. You're not quite sure how long. But again, dust everywhere. So much dust. Cobwebs. It is mothballs. Yes,
Bless
sneeze
you.
is a sneeze party. Especially as you walk in and begin to disturb things.
Searching around.
Yeah.
You want to search
dig a
through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything in particular or just through everything?
Through everything.
Okay.
Oh,
You
right.
okay. You find all manner of random crap. There are some barrels of trade goods. Looks like, silks and spices. There are a couple crates of weapons, largely, at least a little bit rusted. A couple maps strewn out on a table. The books in the bookshelf appear to be like merchant-related things. There's a couple scrolls up there as well. You quickly find that there's like 2 large chests that are locked. You attempt to pick.
Yeah. Well, I rolled investigation. Totally put that to the side.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
28.
Okay. Good gracious. You quickly, when you get to them, using that roll, find that they are not trapped, but are locked.
29 is the luck pick.
Okay.
Just stare at
Good
it.
heavens.
I just take one look at it and it unlocks itself.
Okay. You start to unlock.
Just an intimidation check.
Brightwing, what are you doing?
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'll use a spell slot.
One second while I do a do. Okay. You cast Detect Magic as they begin to investigate through the room, and you get a few pings. One is from behind you. There is a soft glow up through the stairwell you just came down that seems to come from the entryway. And you get the sense, yeah, it was likely more of a magical thing than like the vibrations of the sound somehow physically unlocked a door. And you also get a few magical pings off of the chests that Sam is currently just now approaching, given how the time
Is it
works.
like a magic effect that like it's when you open it, it's gonna go off, or is it they're inside?
No, it does not seem to be like on the latch. It seems to be from within.
Okay, cool.
And there's not enough wood to block your Detect Magic.
Okay, cool.
As Sam is picking this lock, you, Brightwing, start to feel in the ground. Like something is vibrating it. And about 2 seconds later, the other 2 of you, Sam and Faye, begin to feel it as well. And there is a sudden shift in the ceiling above you in various points. Brightwing, you would notice this most. It looks like almost like the dust or the cobwebs is moving suddenly. And almost at that exact moment, there is a enormous explosion of rock from 2 spots within this chamber as something slams through the rock into this room. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh no!
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm going to have to change this music.
But what do you mean? Matt?
Oh, that's loud. Oh, there we go.
That's not a good one.
Oh, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He
Did I
did,
finish
he's
picking the
bait
lock? At least.
No,
What the heck? It
you're in
takes
the
me,
middle
like,
of
a
it when this
second.
happens. I mean, you can finish it if you want, but.
What if there's something I
okay,
need
let's
inside?
see. Boop.
Oop. That's not what I wanted to do.
Ignore that giant crossbow on the
Yeah.
ground. That's not there.
Okay.
But everything else pretty much is.
Where are the chests?
One chest is here
Nice.
and one chest is here. So you're at one of those two. You can choose. The other two,
What
you
were
can
the-
throw
was-
yourself on the
was the
map
other
as
one?
well.
I'm blind.
Down to the right here.
Down to the right, right where? I can't see your pointing.
where I'm pinging.
I can't see your pinging.
There's a sword on top
Where's
of
the
it.
door?
Oh, this
The
one?
door is back here at the bottom right.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd probably be right about there, Faye, somewhere near that table. Brightwing, Sam.
I'm
Oh,
like
there's
up
Sam.
here.
Uh,
Well, this is the first one, right?
I got you, Brightwing.
thanks.
You'd be probably somewhere in the middle of the room because you were
Probably,
casting Detect
yeah.
Magic. Okay. And smashing through the walls in two spots, you see two massive armored, chitinous, large-mouthed, burrowing creatures
Bullets.
that come just
Bullets.
spraying through the rock. Rock and dirt go spraying everywhere. And at the same time, those motes of dust that seem to be moving suddenly take shape into flying little creatures. And you see a bunch of these things
Oh gosh.
What are those?
as the dust seems to
Okay.
take shape. Okay. Initiative.
21.
Anyone? 21, okay. Hey, 21. Yeah, anyone else over 15?
Naz, do you want this initiative buff?
You're muted.
Does it allow you to know what I rolled before you use it?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 12, so whatever you would like.
Then you now have a 17.
Okay.
And then I have a 15.
Okay.
I will go after you.
And Sam and Brightwing?
14.
Okay.
4.
4.
I rolled a 1.
Incredible.
Damn, sounds like we're getting in there.
All right, Faye, you were
I
up
got hit with
first.
a rock
I am.
when they crashed in. Ow.
All right.
As a reminder to Clips and Nas, it's about 30 feet to get to that doorway.
First of all, I will just scream. I think you were right. As I'm sure they've heard the
Yep.
the noises
I just
and impart as
You
much
guys definitely
panic.
hear the noises. Yep.
And I am going to cast. Hang on. There's no upcast to this, and it is concentration. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, that's my first. I'm gonna cast Reduce on the
Okay.
creature below me, the bigger one.
Okay. What's the save?
It's gonna be a charisma save, Matt,
Oh, good heavens.
because it's a con save, and I think this thing will win.
Yeah. Okay. This would be great. What could go wrong? 16.
17.
Damn it. I rolled a natural 19.
Okay, so first of all, it takes I'm pretty sure it takes the D8 of psychic damage when I make it re-roll that.
Yes, I believe that is
Yes.
correct. Look at this
So
little
six.
guy.
psychic damage. And that costs an inspiration.
Hitting it doesn't cause problems with that, right?
Huh? Oh no,
Hitting it doesn't do anything with that.
I don't think so. Let me double check.
No,
Doesn't.
it's just we.
It's just
It's
medium
just
size.
me.
It went from a
So-
bullet to a
Bullet!
Mhm.
Size is halved. Its weight is reduced to 1/8. Its decreases size category until the spell ends. Has disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws, and its attacks deal 1d4 less damage.
He's just a little girl.
1d4 less damage on attacks. Okay.
And then bonus actions. Where am I on this map? How many There's 3 things within. Yeah, I'm gonna put up the necrotic shroud.
Okay.
So I think all
10
all 3 of
feet
these are within 10
Or
feet of
15
me. Yeah.
feet.
Well, I might get 2 of them. Maybe I'll step forward and then activate the shroud and then go backwards. I think it's just 10 feet.
Okay. So like closer to the bullet,
Yeah,
it as
yeah,
well?
it's
Okay.
it's 10 feet.
and that's a wisdom save.
That one is a charisma save as well.
Hecking heck.
Sorry.
For the creature on the left, that is a 3. And for the bullet, that is a 7.
Okay,
So they are
there you-
both frightened.
Yes. Until the end of my
Okay.
next turn, and then I'm gonna So that was a step forward
Hmm.
to do that. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it is these strange dust creatures' turns. This one at the bottom left cannot move any closer, so it can't do anything, which is unfortunate. This one and this one are both going to use Blinding Breath. So I need Brightwing and Sam to roll dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, a save?
Yes.
We're balling, surely.
I'm retiring those dice. We're not going to use you anymore.
Did I say Brightwing and Faye? Or is it Brightwing and Sam? I meant Brightwing and Faye.
Never mind.
Although, Sam,
that
you're
was-
probably going to have to roll one as well, so keep that number.
Okay.
That would be a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Faye?
Save.
Yes, dex save.
Natural
And I haven't
20.
shifted yet.
Okay.
Nice. This is good.
The one to the left of you, Brightwing, on the map, exhales this cone of dust that is just... It is rapid, it is dense, and it is all up in your eyeballs. You are blinded for 1 minute.
Blinded.
Yes. There is
This is
dust
familiar.
all over the room now.
Oh no.
Sam, what
I'm
did you
having
roll? This one up by
flashbacks.
you is going to do the same to you.
22.
Okay, you're fine. And then the last one can't do anything. So that is their turns. Nas, you are up.
Can you describe, like, from where I am upstairs, is it a straight path into this room? Is it curved?
It's a bit of a... Well, what you see is a descending stair that goes straight. Beyond that, you don't know.
Okay. And I'm how far? I'm like at the top? 30 feet?
Yeah, you're right at you're right at the entry door.
Okay. Can I see into this room at all from up
Not
here?
from where you are, no.
Okay.
You see, what you can see is stairs that bottom out and begin to go elsewhere, but you don't know what happens beyond that.
I want to run to the bottom of the stair.
Okay? You do that. You use 15 feet of
And
movement to do that.
I want to maintain eye contact if I can with Eclipse.
You can also do that.
Okay. Am I able to see into the room from here?
Roll a perception check. There is a bit of curve, and there's a little bit of space that you might be able to see into, but to find a clear spot to do something,
Also,
Not
the
super
gifting
high
him of
AC.
initiative is just the
Okay.
gesture to the door for him to go first.
15 is more than enough. You see the tunnel does curve a little bit, so you don't see like a full tunnel's view. You see like a third of a tunnel's view into this room that appears to be filled with dust and sounds of rock and shit going down.
Nice. Can I also see the bullet or Fae or Brightwing? Like, what am I able to see?
You would be seeing.
I had cast light.
Yeah, there is light in here, but you would be seeing like this. And so like right between.
Okay.
Right
That's
between
fine.
Fae, and so you're like seeing the wall right here.
Yep, that's still fine. Loud noise equals bad. I'm going to cast Quicken Spell Vortex Warp on Eclipse.
Yo! Eclipse, are you a willing creature?
I have no idea what's happening, so probably.
Like, your hand goes out, and as I run past, you feel like this tug on your arm. But it's not me.
What happens to me? Do I just blink, or is it...
You apparate. You turn into like a swirl of cloud and gust, yeah. Air dry.
And reappear.
Air dry.
True.
We'll put her at the foot of the bed here.
Okay. You appear in this room. Faye, you hear Eclipse slam into the ground next to you.
And with that as well, because I'm quick in spelling, I am going to use the Astral Shard to also teleport immediately next to Eclipse.
Nice.
Damn! Okay.
And then with my action, I will run to this thing I'm thinking is the only thing that I see immediately. I'm taking my attacks.
Okay, go for it.
24 on the first.
Hits.
That is less damages now.
Everything is disorienting.
Yeah, it's a little bit, sorry.
The fuck is happening?
That is 15 points of damage on the
Stop
first.
shunted.
Okay.
Dust in your eye.
And the second is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be less. 9 points of damage.
You strike through this thing, and it explodes in a burst of dust, choking cloud of dust. I need you to make a con save.
Lovely. Not great. 7.
7. You are blinded for a minute. Let me slap a B on both of you so we know.
Can I see what's happening to both of them?
You
Like, now that I'm seeing it happen to him.
You apparate into the room and see Brightwing like just pulling at her eyes, and there's this cloud of dust pretty much everywhere, but it is especially concentrated around Brightwing. And then as this thing explodes, which you would be able to watch happen, you see the same sort of thing happen to Nas, and he like shields his eyes and begins rubbing at them and pulling at the dust.
That's my turn.
Okay. It is the Bullet's turns.
God damn it.
One of them is going to leap at Brightwing, and one of them can't do shit. Does he get a save against Frighten?
It's only until the end of my next turn, so no.
Okay, wow. So he just sits over here
He
crying
made
in the
this
corner.
save, Matt. He failed.
Yeah, true. He like runs back and forth a few times, not sure what to do. Whimpering in a bullet way, which is not really a whimper. Meanwhile, this bullet is going to take a deadly leap at you, Brightwing. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Or strength. You get to choose.
Oh, Strength's just gonna do a real good job.
Yeah.
Heaven, it's not my day, guys. That'd be a 5.
Oh, no. That is a major fail. And in fairness, you do not see this coming, so it is not surprising. But you feel as probably, I don't know, 600 pounds of hard flesh and claws slam into you from like an upward down angle, and you are immediately hammered to the ground. You feel bits of its claw land on you. You take 16 bludgeoning damage
Uh-huh.
and 15 slashing damage,
Oh, goodness.
and you are prone.
Oh, good. Goody,
Yeah.
goody gumdrop. Ouch.
It lands in the space, so technically it is over you right now. Okay. That is its turn, and the other one can't do anything, so Eclipse, you are up.
All right. Do you guys want to see or do you want to live?
I don't care.
What a
Do what you want to do.
What a conundrum.
We can fix the living thing later.
Do you want to live or see what eats you?
That's fair. You know, that's kind of valid. All right. Can I tell the shenaniganry going on down there with like the spooky? Because I see Faye being all spooky, so I'm guessing those two are over there not doing anything because of the spooky. Right?
For a moment, yes.
Okay. It just looks familiar, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's about 8 seconds worth of.
Disoriented as fuck. Okay.
Hey.
This is
All
very
right.
big.
Well, we'll deal with that later. I'm gonna go over here. And I guess for the second time since I've gotten this, I will say Isilme, and I will cure Brightwing of her blindness.
Yo.
Just pour
Because
water
we
in my
kind of
eyes.
need
Get up!
that. It's like a moon shimmer that kind of like bursts, and it'll blow the dust out.
Okay.
It blows the
Hell
dust
yeah.
out. Ah, thank you.
You got the best eyes. It's a shame to lose them. Let's see. So that's my bonus action, which means I can't go ape shit right now, but that's fine. Cool. And then I'm gonna hit the bullet. Or at least we're gonna fucking try. Please? Okay. That is 27 to hit.
Gat. Yes, that will hit.
Okay. That's 12 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then that's 23 to hit on the second one.
Yep.
Okay. And then that's 10 damage.
Okay.
How hurt does Brightwing look on top of that?
Under it, technically.
Oh, that's fair. Is she pinned? Like, is she grappled, or is she just...
She's not grappled, but it's like standing over her, and she is like smacked down to the ground.
Can I reach her?
Yes, you could reach her.
Okay.
You just reached her, I think. Well, what's
I don't
the
have
range
touch
on the...
to do that.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Fuck, what is it? Within 30 feet. So yeah, I don't have to
yeah.
do anything for
You're
that.
fine. But yes, you could.
Okay. Then I will, as my last little thing, I'll probably, now that she's all cleared up, I'll grab her hand and I'll pull her. If I can get into her space to try and occupy it. And bait and switch. But I don't know if that's possible right now.
Ooh, interesting.
If it's not, we're totally fine and I could just ignore it. But if that's possible,
have you
then...
make an athletics check. It's not a particularly low DC.
That's fair.
Because of the prone and bullet nature of the situation, but...
Oh, man. Athletics?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 15. I don't think I can get away with
That's not
that.
quite enough.
Okay. In that case...
That's okay. It doesn't have advantage. Well, I'm not shifted, so it does.
I'll do it with Faye then, just in case.
Okay.
So I will
Yeah,
bait
you
and
can do
switch
that.
with Faye.
Alright.
And I'll do... What is it? It's a D8, right?
I do believe.
Yeah. Trying to get some safety here.
Sam, you're on deck.
Okay, so Faye, you have +3 to your AC until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's your turn?
Yes, and we switch.
All right.
places. So-
Sam, you are up.
Oh, excellent.
You're muted.
I can see the bullet in the middle of the room,
I
right?
can see clearly now.
Can
Yes,
I
you
see
can.
Okay.
You are not blinded.
Wonderful.
Please.
I will. What can I do? I will run up to it.
Okay.
Take the attack of opportunity from the. Fucker.
Yes, you will. Yay. No, that's gonna be a 12.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Then I will. Swipe at it.
Go for it.
I'll go with
Flank.
Khaing first, necrotic first.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Hits.
And then I need a fuck ton of d6s. Need 1 for that. What the hell's my sneak attack? 5? Shit.
Stop eating that.
Alright.
No.
Oh, plus an extra because of my dust screen, I believe. God, it's been ages.
It's been
It is.
84 years.
I'm like 76 against this fucker. Six, 8. Oh god. 36 plus the bonus. 42 points of necrotic damage.
Damn! Okay.
On the bonus action, I'll hit again without the bonus. Because we're not in 2024 rules yet.
Yep.
I don't know if that hits. 17?
That hits.
Let's go! Fuck! 5 points of poison.
Okay. Ooh-wee. All right. That's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. You see the dust in the corners of the room move as this one will come up. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. And this one is dead.
Wait, am
So
I
that's the only
technically
one who can
flanking
go.
with the clips right now? Just to make
You
sure
were,
I'm in it.
yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. And it will use its blinding breath. So I need Brightwing, Faye, and Sam to make con saves, please. Nope, deck saves.
Frickin'.
Frickin'.
Another
17.
nat 20.
Damn.
Where are these on the con saves?
Another 6.
Goodness, you are re-blinded.
Looking
I didn't
great
take the
over
D off
here.
of you, so that worked out well. Sam?
17.
Okay, you are good. Once
Awesome.
again, Brightwing is the only one who's blind. Okay, that is its turn. Brightwing, you are up. And very blind and not actually up because you're on the ground.
Well, this complicates matters. I was gonna cast Wind Wall and try, but I can't see anything. But I'll shift.
Okay. So it can't get advantage on you for being prone.
And I'll cast Spiritual Guardians at 5th level.
Damn! Okay. Holy shikabobs. Spirit Guardians, I believe. technically.
Spirit
I have
Guardians.
to search.
Technically.
Yes, I have to search the spell templates, and I can't find it if I write spiritual. All right. Boom.
So wisdom save.
Much of the room is filled. 2 of these things are in it, and it takes damage on the start of its turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Spirit Guardians is up. Anything... Well, you don't... Do you want to move?
I don't think there's any benefit to me to move. So can't get
gonna-
advantage on me.
You're just fetal
Accepting
position.
your fate.
This is what she does. She just lays in the middle of the battlefield.
No
With
point.
spirits flying around.
There's no
All right.
point.
Okay,
Legit
back to the
business
top of the order.
princess.
Faye, you're up.
I will bonus action give Brightwing an inspiration and say, "That's the spirit."
Hey, yo! A
And then-
plus! A plus!
Boo!
I will then cast command at 3rd level on this one, and this one, and I will command them to approach.
Yo!
Smart.
Okay, this is interesting. Oh no, what happens on their turn? Okay, so
on their turn,
what's
and
the
at the
save?
end of this turn, they stop
Yeah.
being
What's the save?
wisdom.
Okay. For the method at the top, 15 fails.
Nope.
Well, this is gonna be impossible. And then number 1 at the bottom, and the 2 frightened guys is who you're
Yeah.
hitting. Okay. That method, 6, and for the bullet, 15.
Nope.
Jeez, I actually didn't roll that bad, but I don't got no modifiers. All right, well, that's what they're doing on their turn.
They will end their turn within 5 feet of me.
That's what it
Through
means
whatever
to
means.
approach.
Yes.
Okay. And that's your turn?
Yep.
All right. Number 1 down here loses his frighten because your turn is over, as does this bullet. But he spends his whole turn moving 5, 10, 15, 20 to right next to you and stops. And this one does have his turn. He will roll to get his... Nope. So he's just going to fly to Sam, the closest thing he can see, and make a claw attack. 21.
Shield.
Okay. I'll just go fuck
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I'll just go fuck myself real quick.
All right, that's its turn. Nas, you're up.
Does it take damage?
Yes, it was when it enters or starts its turn. Is that correct? I think he was actually on the edge of it anyways. But double check that just so
When
we
you cast
know.
spell, you can an effective is. It must make a wisdom saving throw. When a creature enters, or for the first time, or on a
Yep.
turn.
Yes, so they both make it. What's the save?
Oh, 17 wisdom save.
Okay, for the one on the bottom right, fail. For the one on the top left, fail. Roll your damage.
Level 5.
Yeah.
It's big.
Ooh, that's real nasty.
And technically,
That's
this would
real,
happen
That's real nasty.
here and here, which is important.
That's a 27.
Holy shit! This is giving flashbacks of our Baldur's Gate run, Anneka. As both of these things come charging into the Spirit Guardians and explode on the edges, clouds of dust bursting around them, but not close enough to anyone to be a problem.
Did I get my shield back?
Jeez.
'Cause it
Yes,
didn't
you do
actually
get your
hit me.
shield back. It never got to you to attack you.
Haha.
Okay. Thank you for that reminder, Brightwing. Nas, you are now up.
I'm blind. Does it feel like there's something in my eyes? Does it feel like physical, or does it feel like magical?
Please hold. I missed a number 1. The top guy is also a number 1. He will come here and...
He was also
Try to
commanded
get
to
it-
approach.
The top guy?
It was that guy, and
And
then
the 2 at the bottom.
these two.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so I just missed this guy. So he comes in and explodes. Oh, he can make the save. Hold on.
Oh, then he explodes
Nope,
next to
he
me.
explodes. But he does explode next to Sam, so I need you to make a
Fuck.
dex save.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a con save. It's a con save on the burst. This is why I got confused. A dex
This is
save
way
on the burst.
worse. That's a natural 6 for a 6.
You are blinded.
No, sorry, for an 8, if that makes
You
a
are
difference.
still blinded.
We're still like-
Fuck!
Yeah, okay. But there's only one method left as the Spirit Guardians explode 3 others. Okay. That's right, the one on the left came in of his own accord. He
Yeah.
didn't know what was happening. He's an idiot.
Yeah, it was like, I
Okay.
cast it at 3rd level.
Nas, now you are up.
Does the blindness feel like it's something physically in my eyes? Or can I tell like what's going on with it, or is it a magical thing?
It is...
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm trying to deliberate. I'm debating casting Gust on my face to clear out whatever's in my eyes.
What I will say is that it's somewhere in between the two. It's like elemental in nature, which there's a bit of it that because it's elemental and not just like a natural creature, there is something beyond the normal, and that is my justification for the rule set of this creature, the stat block, which does not allow you to do anything to get it out. You do have to make a save on the end of your turn, but you can't get it out physically.
Okay. So I don't feel like Gust would do anything.
No, you feel like it's like almost burned into your eyes, essentially.
You tell
For a
me what
period.
movement I can do then.
You can do movement. It just might make you roll depending on what you want to do because you are currently blind. You know what the room layout is, so similar to the one shot, you might have some rolls to make to do something.
Try to go to the closest one. And
Okay.
make attacks.
I will say, ooh, there are so many of your allies here, which you don't know. And your weapon is very interesting for this. I will say...
Do it.
Okay, your attack's going to be with disadvantage because you're blind. What I will say is that if you roll lower than a 7 naturally, you're going to roll a d6 to hit one of your friends instead.
Great. First is a 19.
Okay.
And a 10 for a total of
Okay.
19.
So you hit and don't hit one of your friends.
Okay.
On your first attack.
14 on the first.
Okay. Ooh, it's looking rough.
Second attack
Yep.
is a natural 8
Okay.
and a natural 15 for 17.
Hey, 17 hits. Goodness gracious.
7 points.
7 points. Okay.
And
You feel your weapon connecting with hard hide but slicing through.
I'll just, having the blade in that one spot, I'll pull it back and flip to stab with the second side.
Okay.
That's a 16 and a natural 20, so a 25.
Wow. Yes, that hits. Goodness.
Oh, it's just one. 3 points.
Wow. Okay. It looks on death's door to those of you who can see, which is not Nas, but you pull off a flurry of strikes. Faye and Eclipse, you both like duck back slightly as he comes whirlwinding in, but with incredible dexterity, not to your surprise, slices entirely into the creature. And that's your turn? Okay. It is their turn. It is going to angrily stomp at this creature on the ground that it didn't kill with its leap. It does not have advantage, unfortunately. For a... Ooh, no, I'm going to use this one. Oops. For a 12.
Nope.
Misses.
Right Wing's just down
The
there,
other
stab,
guy.
drop, and roll.
Yeah. The other guy is going to leap.
He
Does
is
that
going to
count?
approach.
Oh,
Does
he's
it-
going to approach. Yep.
Does that count
5,
as a
10.
sentinel
damage.
possible hit?
Yes, that would be a sensible. That was an attack against them within 5 feet. So
He
go
has
for
to
that.
take damage from the guardians first.
The bludgeoning
that's
state
true.
damage.
He also has to do that. Thank you for these
Just
reminders. It has been
kidding.
84 years. It does not matter what he rolls. He has literally 1 HP.
Okay.
So
never mind.
as he rears up to slam down onto Brightwing, what are your spirit guardians right now?
Oh, they're birds.
Okay.
They're different types
These
of
birds
birds.
come slamming into it. Its arm like sloughs off its body as the spirit just shreds this creature and it falls dead.
On top of me. Oh.
Yes. Make
Ow.
make a dex save with disadvantage to roll out of the way.
Oh.
Could I use my reaction to help her?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I will
I'll
say
spend an intercept on it to make sure it doesn't fucking completely crush her.
I will say you can spend an intercept on it. Does that use your reaction?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Okay.
reducing damage, but I can kind of prop it and try to shove it the other way. If
Okay.
anything.
8 you said, Brightwing?
8.
Okay, you would take 9 bludgeoning damage, but
8 plus 4 is 12? Yeah.
Okay.
12.
so as it falls, Eclipse swings her spear, knocks it to the side, and it falls just to the side of you. Put it over there just for shits and giggles. Okay, and the other one will approach 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 towards Faye.
I'll
Take
get really confused when it starts to leave. It's like,
Yep.
It's just like kind of waddling, like a little.
Yep.
and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a very non-aggressive approach. Roll your damage, Brightwing. That is a natural 1 for a... I think just still a 1. Yep. So that's going to be a big fail.
Oh. That was pretty good.
Bingus.
That's a 30.
30?
Damage?
Jeez!
Yeah.
Damn.
5d8.
Okay, this thing also gets shredded by the birds as it enters, plops down and looks at Faye like a dog that's been hearkened to her side. Then his turn ends, and now he looks mad. Eclipse, it is your turn.
It's still standing though. It didn't get
Yes.
absolutely okay.
This one looks pretty decent. It hasn't taken any damage yet.
All right, I'm gonna look around Nas. All right, I guess we're dealing with this. I'll come over here. Yeah, can I get to here to
Mhm.
flank or? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right, I'll just do it. That's fine. Please roll anything. That is 17 to hit on the first one.
17 hits. Good gracious, you guys have rolled like 3 17s, which is its armor
Love
class.
it.
Mm.
That is 10 damage on the first one.
Okay. Oops.
At a 20 ring.
A 20 win hits.
That is 12 damage on that one.
Okay.
And I suppose we will action search and do it again.
Mm.
My sweet lord.
Do it again!
Oh, damn. That is 19.
Hits.
Okay. For
Jeez.
math. Math is hard. For max damage. So 14 on that one.
Goodness.
And a natural 20!
Hey!
I don't remember how
Let's
this
go
works.
green.
Let's
go green.
How does this work again?
I believe you might blind it if I recall correctly, and you also
that's
do a bunch
right.
of extra
I
radiant
get to
damage.
blow it up with the spear. It has to make a constitution save.
Okay.
Rock,
DC
make it a
15.
charisma save, Matt.
Oh, fucking.
Oh my gosh. 10.
Oh shit. Well, now it's blinded.
And it takes
46
an extra
radiant
2
damage.
psychic damage.
Yo!
5.
Forget I can do that for other people.
So it takes 9 radiant, and then is it
Still
I
standing.
roll and then add the to hit? Is that what it is?
Yo, yes, you roll, do your damage, add your modifier, and then add your to hit.
Okay, so it was 9 radiant. And then 19 damage because I rolled 3 plus 6 for the damage and then plus 10 to hit. So yeah,
Okay.
another 19 stab damage.
I'm gonna ask, even though there's still a method, would you like to describe the finish?
I mean, most people can't even see it.
Correct. Faye does.
So I guess Faye will probably watch because I don't know how much there's a blind with the birds, but I guess as the birds are going by, you'll see like almost like a snapshot, like you would have one of those spinning things of like the attack hitting, and it's just like almost like a stop motion, just ripping into it, and then there's like a flash, and you almost don't see it because it like a bird catches, so it doesn't blind you, and then it keeps going, and then it just.
Yup.
Incredible.
Okay. Oh. Hey. No.
Oh, PETA causing problems.
Get out of there. Yay. I tried to separate them so that Tank would eat his food, which he has not done, and they just push their way to break the barrier and rejoin each other.
Oh no!
They love each
Okay.
other.
That's your turn, Eclipse?
Yes.
Okay, Sam, you are up and blind.
Also, Faye, your AC
Wonderful.
is to normal now, so no longer.
Let's turn around
You
and
know
try
there
to
was a
hit
thing
it.
behind you. All right, roll with disadvantage.
Oh, that's really bad. It's a 12.
12 hits.
It hits!
Yes, these are
Holy
not armored
moly.
creatures, unlike the bullets, whose AC still wasn't enough to stop your 17s.
Nope. With the necrotic, that is 12 points of necrotic.
Okay, it is still standing, flying
Hit it again.
technically. Go for it.
With dis. Natural 1! I don't hit
Okay,
it!
that's gonna miss.
Thanks.
The second one swings wide over its head. Anything with your bonus?
My bonus? That was my
bonus.
bonus, was striking again.
Oh, true.
I don't
okay.
have Vex yet!
Yeah.
So that's
All right, that is your turn. It is its turn.
Guardians.
Save.
Yeah, it gonna
Guardians.
blow up. It can't even save enough. It's got 5 hit
Blow it
points left. It blows up.
It blowed up.
The Spirit Guardians wrecking everything,
Am I blind
and
again?
the battlefield cleared. Several of you still blind.
I'm gonna swing at the dead one behind me.
Yeah!
We're good.
We're good.
We're
You're
good.
good.
I'll help
Everything's
Brightwing
fine.
stand up. I'll grab her and Nas by the shoulders, and I'll take them over to the beds and plunk them down on the beds
Uh-huh.
and pull out like my water skin and like wet some extra pieces of cloth and just slap it on their faces and hold their
Yeah.
eyes closed for a minute. Cry it out.
Mm.
Cry it out.
yeah, 'cause it should
Very
run off
likely
anyway.
you guys would end up saving at some point within the next 20 to 30 seconds. I won't have you roll them all, but eventually that burning in your eyes fades away and your vision returns, if blurry, to see... Brightwing, how long does your Spirit Guardians last?
A minute.
I think a minute. Yeah. So to
about
see a flurry of spiritual green birds, multicolored birds, flying about amidst a room with several dead things in it.
Oh,
sorry.
and scary face still. Whoops.
Yep, and Scary Faye.
Hey,
I'm
sorry. Thank you for your help. To summon. Ow. What
Oh my
happened? I didn't see anything.
Is this one over here still reduced, or does it pop back up to?
I feel like I've ruled on this before. I think it does pop back up to large.
No, we settled this with the purple worm. Because it
Purple
was
Did
one.
we?
dead when because it was dead and we kept reducing it to drag it over the sword and then it would pop back up to full size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But when
yeah,
it wears off, it'll pop back up.
yeah.
That's
It'll
what I
pop
mean.
back up.
Okay.
Yeah, so after a minute, it pops back to big. Yay!
All right, so that makes sense.
And then your spirit guardians fades.
I guess I'll try to get something off of these two, because they look important.
Like
Go back to the horses.
something
You're
like
alright.
hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
That was heavy. Ow.
Sorry.
Well, at least everybody's relatively okay. That could have gone a lot worse.
I'll like grab Brightwing and like put my healing hands on her.
Okay. Eclipse, roll a survival check. And Nas, you're going up to check on the horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God, I'm really bad at this. Okay.
They all are looking at you when you come out with like ears twitching, eyes a little big. They're concerned about what all that commotion was, but they seem to be all right.
11
14.
hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Woo.
It's like to relieve the tension they might sense. I'll just like sit down on the ground so it doesn't seem like I'm on guard or anything because I can't talk to him.
Very true. Okay.
Cool.
I go back to lock picking.
Okay. As Sam, once her blindness wears off, Eclipse, you see her, and oh no, Nas went back up. You see Sam go over to these chests, and also are able to take in the room in full now. So you're gonna have to re-roll because this commotion canceled out that check. Wait, which? Let me ask you this first. There's a bigger chest and then a medium-sized chest. Which one is this for?
Whatever the one was on the further north in
top?
the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
16.
You are not able to unlock it. It seems
Fuck!
to be a pretty decent lock.
I rolled a
And
natural 3!
You fiddle with it for a while.
Sam. I see your frustration. I understand. I have a thing. Let's try it. I pull out a little vial, like in a like syringe looking thing.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
this
good.
thing!
Have at it.
Goodness.
I told Ziggy I'd test it for him.
You might want to get back while you do that.
Maybe you can use your
Oh, the
invisible
mage hand.
hand guy.
Oh, I'll use it. Wait, is it a magic item?
No, it's an alchemical.
Okay.
Yeah,
thing.
correct.
I'll use my mage hand.
Okay.
I don't remember. It's called Lock Be Gone. I don't remember
Put it
anything
in the
about.
lock, and then you push the plunger.
That's
And it
it.
melts the
Acid.
lock.
It's like it's shaped
Okay.
like a key, right?
Yes, it is essentially is a key.
But it
and
Oh.
burns the lock out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man, I don't even know where this would
Can
be.
it be operated with one hand,
Hold
or does it need 2 hands?
Oh god, I could try to
plunge
find
your
Lock
it.
syringe
be
with one
gone.
hand.
Device shaped like a generic key, but attached to the back is a small thin vial surrounded by levers and gears. Uses acid to corrode a hole in the lock.
Yo! Did I send that to you?
It's in our notes.
Oh, nice. Look at that. All right. So there's no DC?
Not that we see.
Okay.
That was for
At
you to
least,
remember.
at least.
Yes.
Kind of like the.
Well, that's why I have to know if I told you before or if I'm making it up right now.
We're making
Okay.
it up now.
So you fly your mage hand over. Okay. Faye, roll 3d8.
Is it going to destroy whatever's inside the chest, though?
Well,
Just be
it
the
should
lock,
theoretically be
right?
localized.
Theoretically.
21.
Family ring.
21?
Wow.
6, 7, 8.
Holy
Woo!
shit.
7, 8.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So, it would do, it does 21 damage, but doubled against objects like this. Because it's specifically meant to burn through that. And that beats
Oh.
the DC. very easily. Okay, you burnt the lock. You all watch from a distance. There's this, and there's fumes that come up, and the lock sort of half melts and then falls apart. There's a little burning to the front of the chest, but it's external. It's like a padlock
Flick it
situation.
open.
Flick it open.
What's inside?
Inside, you find
A mimic.
45 platinum pieces,
Woo!
Ooh.
100 gold pieces,
Wow!
a jewelry box, small and ornate with a silver clasp, which contains a ring with rubies encrusted on it,
Ooh.
worth 200 gold pieces.
How
A
much?
200?
100 gold?
Oh,
Worth
200
200 gold, yep.
Is
A potion
detect
of
magic
healing.
concentration?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cast it again.
Okay. With a ritual or a spell slot?
A spell slot.
Okay.
Save of the day.
A potion of healing,
Oh, nice.
regular.
Mhm.
And then a few other curious items that are in a secondary chest inside. Like a, not like a structured chest, but like more what you would have like a nice dagger in or something like that. Like that kind
Like
of
a
little
case.
thin-
A case.
Case is a better word, thank
There
you.
we go.
You find a couple things in there. You find a compass. It looks like a compass, at least in shape, made of brass metal, except that it does not have markings for north, east, south, and west. It has the arrow, and it has like those directional shapes, but there's no letters. Brightwing, you get a magical ping from it.
Just a lake of take compass.
What kind of magic?
Enchantment. It seems to be an item. You don't know what it exactly
Okay.
does. You also see in there a extended whetstone, and is it called a strop? I think it's called a strop. Yeah, made of a dark red-looking stone. Brightwing, you get a ping off of that as well. And you see one last object in the chest, what looks to be a owlbear plushie. Very cute.
What?
Big eyes, very chubby, with a little collar that has a small medallion on it that says Brave Binky the Owlbear.
Brave Binky?
Yep.
Is that magical?
It is. You get a ping off of that as well.
Whoa! Is it a summon? That's crazy.
This, and
Now I miss
this.
Lucy.
I miss Lucy.
I miss Lucy a lot.
Doe.
I wonder if the jerky's spoiled yet.
Are magic good?
We'll take these. I will go unlock the other one. I go to lockpick the smaller chest.
Can I roll again?
Dice. No. Dice on the floor.
Guidance.
Thank you! Oh, way better. Natural 17 plus 30! It's 31!
31. Yes, you very easily slip into this one, compensating for your failure on the previous one.
Mhm.
And in this chest, find 75 gold, 2 more potions of healing, 2 spell scrolls,
Whoa.
2 polished sapphires that are worth 50 gold each, and a small silver coin that has what looks to be arrows that are like returning on themselves inscribed onto it, like the reverse sort of symbol.
Like the
almost.
recycle symbol?
Yeah, kind of.
Is that magical ping?
It is, yes.
What are the spell scrolls?
Make an Arcana check.
I'll do the same thing. I'm looking over them.
Okay.
Guidance.
You guys unroll.
On
peek
who?
Over each other's shoulders.
Who has the
can't.
better arcana?
I have +9.
I can use a charge.
I'll give it to Anneka.
To Anneka,
To Sound.
To Anneka.
16. I rolled a natural 3 again.
Anneka!
Goodness.
I can't stop rolling
Wasting my
threes.
guidances on you.
22 with
Wasting.
the charge from the primer.
Okay. 16 is still enough. You find one is a scroll of knock and one is a scroll of distort value.
Damn, that would help to get in here in the
Would have been
first
useful.
Yeah.
It's okay. We made it in the cool way.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
earned it.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, in terms of what's around the room that's useful, there is that collection of silks and spices. It seems like it was probably from some merchant, worth about 100 gold if you want to load that stuff
Holy.
into a wagon or cart.
Or we could just eat delicious food and dress really well for a while.
Also that. It's like a few barrels worth and other small chests worth that
What
aren't
kind of
locked
spices are
stuff.
they?
They
What kind of
seem-
silks?
Roll a history check.
Yeah, but we have to find the merchant that it goes to, and then we have
Motherfucker,
to go
stop
all the way
it.
across to give it to them so we can get the proper money for it, and then we get the
14.
reputation, and we can't get the silks wet or they ruin all the value.
Correct.
My god.
Is there a crate of bottles?
Damn. Yes, there is a
there a
crate of
plant?
bottles and several random plants that have clearly wilted
Are
away
there
over
names
time.
on me? We found the lake of take fucking stash.
Facts.
Over.
6?
14.
14.
Oh, okay.
Say
Wait,
it's
that's also
impossible.
5. Well, I just assumed this whole thing was full. Okay, 14. That would be too low for most people, but the DC is lowered for you because they seem Sildarian.
Well,
Interesting.
Familiar spices from your yesteryears and silks that somewhat look similar to what you are wearing or would be wearing. Are you still wearing your little scarf thingy?
My
Okay.
scarf.
Yeah, somewhat similar.
And there's how many gold pieces worth of?
100 gold worth of silks and spices.
Okay, so it's not that much.
No, and it's like a couple suitcases worth of volume to create all that, but
Are there any
you
like
have a whole cart. so-
shipping records or anything laying around?
There are, yes.
we have to know where they go.
Where did they
I'm
come
just
from?
curious of I'm
Yeah.
curious to know like the dates on the ship. Like how long has this place been abandoned? Or is
You
this an
roll
active-
investigation check.
Investigation. That's a 20.
Okay. Last dates you can find would be. Hold on while I pull up our calendar here.
What year is it?
It is 3348. The last dates you can find would be from the end of 3347, and it is currently June, so it's been several months, it would seem. And reading through briefly, flipping through, it does seem like whoever was responsible for this place was doing a lot of ferrying of goods and things between Sildari and various Kathian cities.
Are there no names on it?
No names.
Okay.
Just dates and amounts and items.
Is there familiar pattern to them?
It based off what you can see without even rolling a check, it seems like this was maybe a monthly thing.
Okay.
But other than that, nothing stands out.
What do we want to know what it does first? What's magic?
I think we should get out of the cave so that doesn't happen again, and I'm gonna point at the big binguses, which I rolled a 14.
The
And
big bingus.
Okay.
That was a while ago.
I will say that you probably watched Aedwin a few times, but this is not exactly your
I tried this
purview.
before with the worm.
Yes.
Trying my best.
It went. It went.
It went.
I will say you get 6 square feet of bullet hide. That's not just a disaster. Which might be enough to, coat a shield or make some small armor implement, depending on what you wanted to try to do with it.
Like, part of it's just sellable shit, but the other one is, just in case we get some.
It also is very much just that it is very hard to cut through this stuff.
Yeah.
When you have a full swing with a spear or like a big stab, it can make a piece of, like, it can do damage. But as you're trying to do this more delicately, it's very hard, and you don't have necessarily the right implement, so you can't get as much as you'd like.
Is any of the dust from these creatures salvageable?
I mean, the room is covered in it. Are you trying to like sort out the specific elemental dust from the mephits from like the general dirt and dust of this place?
Could I get enough of it in one place, in like a pouch?
You can certainly try. I will say make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
So currently, based on the nonsense we have this. We still have purple worm teeth. And I guess that's it.
14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
I will
tentacle
say
nuttings from the displacer beasts still, which are
you have.
little
I will
raisins.
say you have a small pouch of mephit dust.
Okay.
You can note that down. Small in all caps. It is not a lot. It's like a filtering thing that you do over time, but you're able to get a small amount of it.
Also, as a reminder, Nas currently has the Earring of Whisper. That was as of July 19th. So if that changes, please let me know.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep that.
Go puppies.
Well, we can probably figure that out in the cart so we can keep moving.
Oh yeah. Was this not the end of the day?
This is the end of the day. This is where you set up camp.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, do we want to crash in here then? Or do we want to crash out there? Probably out
closer
there.
to the horses.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm heading out there, so I'm gonna
Okay.
Follow.
get set up
Yep.
so they can do their identify thing.
Are you attempting to identify something?
What we feel is the most interest? Is the ring magical?
The
With
ring
the
is not
ruby-
magical.
It's just worth money.
It's just a
It is
nice,
the
very
compass,
nice.
the coin, the owlbear, and the
Whetstone.
Yes.
whetstone.
I'm gonna
Correct.
point at the Albert. What is that?
Yes,
What'd
I,
that do?
I agree with Eclipse. This is very
What'd that
intriguing.
do? What that is?
We'll start splitting up gold pieces outside
name is
while this happens.
Blanky. Right? And
You-
we'll pull out the eyepiece.
Okay. This is Brave Binky the Owlbear. Once per day, it can be used to cast calm emotions or heroism.
Oh!
Is it an attunement?
It is not
Thank
attunement.
you.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Comfort plushie! Emotional plushie.
It does not exist. I don't believe in D&D Beyond because I never know what you guys are and aren't going to find. But send me a note, or I'll remind myself.
I
to
think
make
for like advantageous thing, it probably should go to Sam because of your thing.
Oh.
But I
I'm
want
gonna
to give
cry
it
actual tears.
Is it calm emotion and heroism?
And
once per day,
heroism.
or either or.
Or
Once per
heroism.
day, it can do
One or
one
the
of the
other.
two.
Heroism
Yes.
is
Gotcha.
great. That's so cool. I'm brave, and because the owlbear says I'm brave.
Someone's gonna fucking see us with it and be like, oh, what? And then it's gonna cast heroism, and they're gonna be like, oh, fuck.
Oh fuck.
These idiots got a freaking.
They got a
Stuffed
plushie.
animal?
What are they chill?
You want to go? You
My-
talking bad
my
about my
bad.
plushie?
That's amazing.
I mean, my plushie.
We got a teddy bear, and I'm just so excited.
Dude, we're gonna find these kids at some point, and we're just gonna give it to them, and they're gonna fucking thrive. It's gonna be amazing. I love it.
Anything else you all want to do for the night?
I think that thing needs to keep guard.
Did I manage to get any more work done on my scroll during the day?
If you're dedicating your travel to your scroll, then yeah, you'd get your same amount done.
I have a flat, like I have a like a board.
Yep.
And I have a parasol and
Yep.
sunglasses.
Yep.
And I'm sitting in the back of the
It's a whole vibe.
Okay.
Which means you finished this one?
Oh, this is I rerouted. I
okay.
had the I've got 2 in progress. This
Okay.
is a different one. This one is not done yet.
Got it.
How's the
was
party
that another
fund looking right now?
better than
The
my
party
personal fund?
fun.
Uh-oh.
39 platinum.
Shit that he crashed.
Brian, can you hear us?
Brian, can you hear
The party fund I have. So the
Nope, I
party
think it
fund,
crashed.
I'll put it in the chat.
39 platinum,
So do we
139
wanna
gold,
split the gold
251
6 ways
silver
then?
pieces, 192
I think
copper
6.
pieces,
6
60
ways?
gold of fine
Let's just
jewelry,
keep it full.
and 85 gold's worth of gems.
GMs.
GMs.
I would say 6. If it ever gets dicey and it doesn't split even, we can do 5.
Yeah. This
Whichever
one,
is
it's
the easiest split.
It's really crisp with the 5-way. It's
Okay,
35
then yeah, we can do
each.
5. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It looks
35
I mean,
each, 9 plats.
That's
So it's 35 gold, 9 platinum? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because we can also personally contribute to the fund, too, if that ever gets easy.
Oh, yeah.
I have 139,
Oh, well,
welcome back.
159.
Are you good, Brian?
Gold and party fund.
Trying.
9 PP, 35 GP.
Okay. Oop. 9
PP.
and
We gotta find out what's doing that.
I feel like it was happy for a while, now it's unhappy.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Brian? Oh, I think he responded, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All good?
Yep.
On the Western Front? Okay.
I think you're technically a scooch more west than him. No.
I think
Kinda-
Brian is the most Western.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't know. With the globe. On a map he would be, but I don't know how the globe works.
You don't know how the globe works?
Nope.
Awesome.
Anything else on this night?
He's still west of you on the globe.
Maybe in the morning I have my cat.
Yes.
In the morning I'll use the primer to also prepare identify so we can double up.
Okay. So the cat is hanging in the cart, I assume. Okay.
What did I name her?
I don't know.
Sinead?
And it's
She was Sinead. I feel like Sinead O'Connor. It's a big cat.
What kind of cat is it?
It's a Sphinx cat.
Oh my gosh.
That I
that's
remember.
right, yeah. Report about that.
All right, watches.
I'll go first because I probably was working on the scroll more after all of this.
Okay.
I'll try to get another hour or 2 in during our downtime for the evening, and then realize that everyone else went to bed.
Okay.
Oh, the potions. Who wants the potions? You have 3 regular potions to give out.
I think that
I could
Clips
take
gave
one 'cause I don't
one
have one
to
small
somebody
one.
else not long ago.
We gave a bunch to Eclipse.
I I have
I
a
have
regular
one
and a greater.
regular and one greater. And I can be like a backup run to get somebody up. Because I can run very fast.
I'll just give them all to Eclipse. You get all 3.
Okay, I have 4 now.
Okay. Also, I missed one other item that was sitting at the very bottom of my list. You find a set of, this is separate from the chest, a set of bone dice with faintly glowing numbers.
Oh, it magical?
Not magical, though.
Oh.
Okay. I was like,
It seems to be made from the number of pips made from some kind of stone that catches light and glows.
Glowing dice. Awesome.
Don't know what you'll use those for, but they're there. All right, Faye. Anything on your watch?
It's more on the scroll.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
I put another 4 hours in, assuming that like during the the time I would be watching, I wouldn't get very much done. But then that also included downtime for the evening, if that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, your watch would be slower for sure because you're actively
Scanning
paying
and
attention. Yes.
And I am actually paying attention. That's a 22.
Okay. You pay a little extra attention because there was previously a bit of a scuffle not too far from here, but hear nothing else except throughout the night, somewhat constantly, that faint whistling chord of wind through the rock wall. Also, notably, unless you guys say that you want to close it behind you, that wall does not close itself. So it's currently open.
Well, I'm not going to try to close it by myself.
Okay. Otherwise, see nothing of note. Your watch is clear. Oops, do you awaken?
Eclipse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing weird.
My turn. Okay.
Perception check and anything you'd like to do.
10.
Okay.
Think she's still passively hanging out with Crater and then looking at the plushie that we got. That idiot better be safe out there, wherever the hell he is.
Valid.
And then she just kind of, like, she stares into the distance for a second and then is like, fuck. We didn't, I don't know. She just has a moment of realization that we never told him we were alive.
Nope.
So he has
The last thing you said was
no
you're going
idea.
to fight the assassins. In fact, I will say, he knows you're dead. Because you said we're going in to fight the assassins and then never said anything again, and it's been like a month. He is quite sure you're dead.
So she spends, like, a chunk of the watch just being like, oh, fuck, dude, we are the worst.
It might have been intentionally petty.
I think that sounds valid. Alright, I'm just kind of... And then, if I need to, I'll wake up Nas, but I think the 2 watches covers the whole thing, right?
3.
We do
yeah,
2
we
hours,
do
right?
3. Yeah, 3
Okay.
2 hours. Because you still need a decent amount of sleep within that range of 8.
I'll wake up Nas and just kind of be like... Okay, so we may have been a little distracted. We never, told someone that we kind of survived the last ordeal. Did we want to do that? And I'm kind of just. She doesn't look like panicked, like anything's wrong when she wakes you up, but she looks very like, oh shit, dude. Like,
Level 2.
how you doing?
Do unto others. He didn't tell us much of what he did.
Okay. I guess that's fair. Alright, well. Good night.
Nas with the steel chair.
Damn. Anything on your watch, Nas?
Yeah, you said there's a bunch of like materials and like old camping supplies and stuff around here, right?
Yep.
Is there like a small bag or satchel of some kind?
Yeah, you definitely find a couple like burlap sacks.
I
bags.
am going to take one of those burlap sacks and put a couple of things in it.
Okay.
I'm going to put in a dagger, 2 beads of nourishment, 2 bright balls, and 1 part of tobacco.
Okay.
And just leave it there.
Okay.
Like a
Outside.
snake style.
Okay. Yep. Gotta leave the karma crate.
Mhm.
All right. Perception check.
I gotta delete my dagger. Hold on.
I love that karma crates turned into a thing. That I was
Mhm.
just like, I leave this
Always.
here.
We used to just like sail around and give people our shit and be like, hey, we're getting off. Do you want some stuff?
It's the best. Like, it's just
Yeah.
such a little brighten your day in this dark world. I was like,
Facts.
11.
oh, thank God.
11. Okay. The whistling is a little more distracting to both you and Eclipse than it was to Faye. And it is a little haunting and odd how musical it sounds.
I'll say
But
to
other than
cope
that-
with it a little bit as like the notes go through, he'll try to find like a really faint note on his hand drum.
Okay.
See if he can make something work a little bit, but besides that, he's just looking around.
Okay. Your watch goes by without issue. Dawn arrives. Everybody awakens. You want to prepare identify, Faye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then the lens will have reset and the
Mm-hmm.
charge.
Yep.
From the boot. So, I think I'm most curious about the compass. So I'd probably start with the compass.
Okay. What are you using on the compass? Your thing or the...
It's this.
Well, okay, hold on. So, do you have somewhere in y'all's inventory a pearl worth 100 gold pieces? Or
Yes.
does the... No, it definitely does not cancel out components because Brian needed to get some for the...
I do. I bought one. I have in my pouch that I have I have a Kruthic egg shard. I have a giant crocodile tooth. I have plant-based ichor. I have a small pouch of mephit dust now. I have a tentacle nubby, wolf eyeballs, and a pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Also, did you have incense for the cat?
Piece.
I know that that Nas had gotten some, and I think he'd gotten some extras.
I do have some incense in my inventory if I need to mark it off for her cat.
Do
Oh,
you have
I didn't.
anything?
I probably would have given it to her when I gave her the primer. But...
True.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to tell her how much gold's worth that you have?
Well, I had one portion left, so it's gone
Okay.
now.
Okay, so we'll say that was used, so no one has it anymore. Do you have an owl feather, Faye?
For what?
You need 100 gold pieces and an owl feather to cast Identify.
Oh my god.
There are owls around, so you could try to acquire one.
I will try to acquire an owl feather.
Okay.
Do you
while
Roll.
rolling.
do you want
either
me to
roll
do
an-
something first?
Can you summon an owl? Is that an option?
I will use
I will
my
say-
staff.
The staff of bird
I
summoning.
will say you remembered this last night because you mentioned that you were planning on it and you would have
Wait,
reviewed.
I don't need it for the lens. The lens just lets you cast it, right?
I know, but
Oh.
in advance because the owls are all in bed right now. This is dawn, so you remember. I will say you remembered this last night because you mentioned that you wanted to prep the primer. So while the owls are out and about, Brightwing.
I'll use my staff of bird calls. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
And you
So
successfully
cunning.
call to yourself an owl and pluck a feather from it.
Well, I'll usually cast Speak with Animals before we do
Damn
it.
it! Oh, okay.
So I can ask.
Oh gosh.
Hello.
Hello.
We
It's
are
not
trying
tab.
to do some magic, and it requires an owl feather. Would you mind if we have one of yours, if you do not mind?
You wish to borrow a feather?
I don't know if borrow is the correct term because I think it uses it up, but if you could spare one, that would be most kind.
Roll a persuasion check.
I can
Can I do an
help
interpretive
you?
dance in the background to help?
I can
An
help you
owl interpretive
acquire
dance?
An owl.
a snack for tonight. Would you like
Ooh.
some meat?
It turns its head all the way around.
Anyone have the jerky?
I don't know where the.
Or we have
jerky
the
bag
sauce. We have the salami.
Yes, you do have salami. If you haven't eaten it yet. You bring us some salami?
Yeah.
Still have jerky.
All right.
4 pounds of jerky still.
Damn. Roll the persuasion check with advantage. Salami vantage.
Doing my interpretive dance anyway because I. have
And
no idea
yes,
what's happening.
interpretive dance, so you have a D8.
And a
D8?
D8.
D8. Oh, the bardic inspiration.
Well, I assume that's what you were doing.
That's
Was that
not
even
what
you
I
were doing?
meant, but okay.
Oh my gosh. Accidentally, Faye provides you with inspiration.
Appreciate it. Okay. 12.
12 with advantage and a D8?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. All right. I will say that that is just enough.
Okay.
He's an owl. He's not like a merchant or a politician. All right. And he nuzzles into his arm, plucks out a feather, and hands it to you with his beak.
Thank you very, very much. Here is.
Takes the salami.
You have a good one. The what?
You too! Flies away.
Right. Here goes.
All right. Fast forward back to the morning. You have an owl feather. Incredible.
We're doing
All right.
science.
So now I will note, with this in mind, because identify is a ritual, you can actually use identify as many times as you want if you cast it ritually.
I will do that as the card is moving then.
Okay. Takes
we can
11
keep-
minutes, but that's easily done. So you want to hit everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I'll use the no, I'll save the lens then because I can just keep
Okay.
doing that.
You guys watch as Faye starts fiddling with this new magic. It takes a couple minutes to get the first one going properly, but begins identifying. What does your identify spell look like with this pearl and owl feather?
Man, I think that it would be okay, so I think she would take the pearl and there's no reason it should do this, but in the casting of the spell, it will she'll tap it and listen for it, and it will listen for a resonant of some kind, and she'll hum along with it, and then spread it out and keep humming, and then hold like set everything up in kind of a line so that it's all in a row. And then I think the feather itself would kind of like start to move and shift and show arcane glyphs in, like it's probably one of those little fluffy down feathers, and would begin to show glyphs from, like, you ever see like the sand that moves from like sitting on a bass drum or something like that, or from sitting on bass, and it would begin to shift like that, and she would read the arcane glyphs in the patterns of the feather.
Hell yeah. Okay. The compass is a homeward compass. It does not point towards any particular cardinal bless you, twice, direction, but rather points towards a location that the wielder has been before and concentrates on, regardless of distance. You've already identified Brave Binky the Owlbear. The whetstone is Fate's Edge. If you spend 10 minutes sharpening a blade on this whetstone, it gains a +1 to attack rolls and damage for the next 8 hours. This feature can only be used once per day.
Wow.
And the coin is a traveler's coin. It is a small silver coin enchanted to always return to the owner's pocket after 24 hours. Just a little curiosity.
Does it resemble?
Wait, after 24 hours, but it's been in this thing?
Apparently, whoever its owner was, it could not return to.
Does it resemble any other type of coin? Like,
it looks largely like a silver coin, but does not have the normal markings of like the Khaing silver coin. It has instead that symbol of like returning, recycle, whatever you want to call it.
well, this, and I'll explain what that one does.
Mm-hmm.
With this book before, I did make something look much more valuable than it was. So perhaps if we were ever in quite a pinch and didn't necessarily want to give someone actual money because of ethical reasons, we could make this seem like it was something that it's not. Kind of a morally corrupt way of doing business. The compass always points towards whatever you feel is home. Or I guess a point that you deem to be home. So I think that's kind of nice. If you're ever wondering what direction home is. Oh god. And then the whetstone, I don't know. Everyone's got magic weapons at this point, right? No?
His definitely isn't. Yeah.
Not post 24 rule set.
Which I will like to point out, Brian, that this item was in my notes before we went over that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Crazy.
With the transition from 2014 to 2024, my weapon is no longer considered a +1.
Is any of our shit magical then?
Your spear is magical, for sure.
Okay.
Also, the Brian's weapon, we are ruling as magical, although the new rules aren't super clear on it. It just doesn't have the +1.
Oh.
It also means I can make it do necrotic, psychic, or radiant. That's weird. It won't do that.
You mean to tell me that a weapon that you pull out of thin air is not magical?
Look, I don't know how to explain it. It's just different.
Poofs?
Magic's stupid.
Not all that poofs is magic.
Real!
Thoughts
Yeah,
are
but-
not magical. I'm sorry.
This is
Stupid.
Depends on what you had for dinner, I guess.
Mm.
That'd be a nightmare.
Can you imagine?
Where does it come from?
What?
Farts?
No.
A fart?
No, you're
That's what I thought she meant! Huh?
you're
Weapon.
This?
Comes
You're
from behind
this.
the ear.
You're this, Nas. Where does your this come from?
Well, I got it from my mama. From wherever it needs to. Come from behind your ear. Pop it out from behind her ear.
That's not very impressive. I can make
Where does it go? Is it like this? And I'll activate the wrist pocket ring and make the whetstone disappear for a second. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just there when I need it.
insight check.
Roll an
For
insight
real?
check. Nas, roll a d20.
So
16.
confused.
17?
16.
16.
Golden.
You'll have to tell me what it is, because I genuinely don't know where it comes from.
That would be a 23.
23. What did you roll, Nas?
I rolled a natural 6. Deception's a 14. Persuasion's a 13. But you tell me.
You guys both sense. You rolled a 16, Faye? Okay. You get the sense that, like, it's a half truth. Like, there is truth in what he's saying, that he doesn't really know exactly how it works, but he also knows some other stuff that he's probably not saying. Brightwing, with your insight roll, you feel very confident that there is mystery behind this thing that he doesn't fully understand, but there are also things that he knows very clearly about its origin that he's not willing currently or able to tell you.
All right then, keep your secrets. Regardless, maybe this would be good for like a dagger. Or the rapier. Not that dagger. That one's already magic. Or we could
Oh,
sell
the
it. I don't know.
whetstone?
The whetstone. As it pops back into my hand a minute later.
It would work
For-
on Naz's weapon.
Oh, it's just a +1.
Yes.
It would stack.
Naz's
Mine-
weapon isn't
mine
a plus
isn't a
one
plus
anymore.
one.
Or it's about to
Would
not
it
be.
stack?
Technically, right now it is, but as of next Friday, well, not next
Oh.
Friday, 2 weeks from now, it won't be.
I treated it today like it wasn't.
Oh,
Then we
well,
can just.
you didn't miss, did you? You hit many, many times. Okay, so
I
that's
think I hit all of them.
So then can't we just
Yeah.
use it on it? Because it turns a weapon
Yes, you
into a
can.
+1? Is that what's happening?
For 8 hours.
For 8 hours.
It gains a +1 to attack rolls and damage for the next 8 hours.
Is it reusable?
Once per
Yes,
day.
Once per day.
Okay. Then yeah, we should just give them. I'm fine with that.
It would, to your knowledge, Faye, stack because it gains a +1. It doesn't make it a +1 weapon. If it said that language, it would not.
So anybody could use it.
Yes,
Mm.
it essentially adds like an additional arcane edge to the weapon in a way.
That's sick. Does the compass require attunement?
No,
Do any
it
of them
just
require
has to,
attunement?
whoever concentrates on it, it will reveal their look at the location they're thinking of. No, none of them require attunement.
I'll go up to Brightwing. Like lean over in between Brightwing and like put my elbows on the bench in between Naz and Brightwing and put it in her hand. Think of home.
All right.
You think of home.
Yes.
The needle on the compass swings around and points the opposite direction from the sun, with a little bit of a southward bend. Which, I will say, is a bit of a... It probably means more to you, or it has more significance to you than it would to most people, because you are not super familiar with the directions of the world and where everything is on the map and all that stuff. So if and when you've been thinking about home, it's harder for you to pinpoint which direction it might be. And this points a very straight, direct line, you would understand from what Faye said, to your home.
I'll look at that direction for probably more than you would expect her to. That way. Apparently.
Well, I promise that someday soon, and I mean soon, that will be our heading. And now we'll all know how to get there.
Okay. Do you need this? You need this back?
I mean, unless anyone else wants to borrow it, we all found it together. I just told you what it is. My home is wherever I want it to be. It's a little different.
I'm kind of forgetting what it looks like. It's been a long time. But excited to see it again. When we do.
Maybe later tonight, if we find a good, safe place to rest, you can describe it to me and I'll do my best to recreate it for you.
Okay.
I'll settle back down against a stack of silks and pull the clipboard back out.
Okay. You guys start heading?
I thought we were heading the whole time because that
We've
took like
been heading.
33
That's
minutes.
true. You have been heading. That's a very good point. You continue heading southeast, the direction of Hawkholm, and then beyond. That is where we will end session 75. Favorite mementos.
Oh shit.
I like the little plushie.
The plushie.
Plush is so cute.
I meant to cast Sending to Ziggy.
Oh my god.
We used it!
All right, we'll
It
write that
worked!
down for the start of next session.
Yeah.
I like sending to Vanna.
That was cute.
Oh
was
yeah, that
really
was
good.
great.
That was
Cute.
good.
No.
I messaged Sable, and I was like, "Are you free? If not, I'm
Sable
not gonna do
actually
it."
killed every one of those responses too.
Yep. One word left? Ha, you don't have anything to do with that. Psych!
Psych.
Yeah, that was great.
They were like, "I'm in my car, so I can't be on video," and I was like, "That's okay. I just need to hear your voice." The turn signal.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the transmission.
Probably something Seraph is working on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Seraph.
Yep.
I liked the tubes. The fact that I'm genuinely curious if that was you throwing us a bone or if that's really how you got into that place. Either way, I am happy with the outcome.
I mean, if it didn't work, I was just gonna stone shape a hole and go in.
No.
But I didn't want to cheat.
If the party imitates the notes in succession with DC 15 performance checks, a secret doorway in the rock walls will slide open.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hate that all of my rolls will retroactively become successes. Next, the Friday after next. Those natural 3s were.
What's your bonus to Thieves' Tools?
Plus 13. My minimum roll was going to be a 23.
Yeah, you would have succeeded. You hate to see it.
I'm never going to fail again.
That was the perfect time to fail, though, because then we
True.
will
It's
never
my last
have
opportunity
the goo
to
again.
fail.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to actually test it out. All right. Good stuff, y'all. We will pick up halfway, essentially, on the road next 2 weeks from today. Oh, which reminds me, next week. Well, this is an offline thing, so we'll say adios.